Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? No, yeah, no, dude, he's right about it, but honestly, like, I living in Southern California, dude, I've seen the worst of it. I'm telling you, like, it's just that people are gonna move to new areas because, like, everyone that I remember, like, a lot of the black people that I remember that I grew up with, they all moved to like North Carolina. They some moved to Memphis, some moved to Atlanta. So I think it's just people moving to different areas, just segregating themselves.
Yeah. Hey, dude, why do you sound normal right now? You sound like a normal guy right now.
Well, because dude, you gotta, dude, I just playing a fucking role a little bit of the time, dude. You think I
Okay, I'm
actually like?
glad. I'm
Yeah,
glad
do
to
you
hear
think I
that.
actually like? Come on, I'm not. I mean, I'm an asshole in the real life. I have to be in my
Okay,
job,
good.
but I'm not a complete. You have to be. It's dude. It's a little like you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta
It's like a
sell it.
character in the channel. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha. I was about to say, dude. Okay, that's good to hear. I'm relieved. Um,
Yeah, dude. No, I mean,
are
I'm
you
an
really
asshole,
religious
but I'm
though?
not totally that bad. Unless
I,
because a lot of the time, what I do is I just kind of meet people at their energy, and I just like
yeah,
run it off the rails. It's fun, dude.
yeah. So are you actually religious or not really? A
Yeah.
little
No,
bit,
I'm Catholic. I'm Roman Catholic. Yeah.
but not like a zealot, right?
No,
Like
I mean,
no.
no, dude, I'm pretty hardcore, but I'm not like a zealot talking. I don't want to like hurt anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
will defend the faith. Like if
yeah, yeah.
something would happen. I mean, dude, you're Latino. You should know, dude.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
you
a
know what I mean?
Catholic.
Shit, dude. Like my godparents were fucking first generation from Mexico. They came back in the '50s, dude. And that,
Hold on. So
Hey,
you're
hold on. Hey, hold on, Imperius. What's the
yeah,
lady's name so I can look her up?
Amanda Headland, Headland, Amanda. Just look up the like Star Trek acolyte dance or something. It'll come up, dude. It's all over, dude. It's everywhere, man. Everyone's cringing about it, dude.
Star Trek. All right.
Yeah, that one chick that did that dance, like the what is it called? Discourse. I think it's called Amanda Headland Discourse. That's the song's name.
Are you talking about her? This is not her called shoplifting, right? What
She's got a big fro in it in the video. It's black and white.
I don't see.
You want me to see if I can find it and post it in the chat, dude?
Yeah, do that.
All right, I'll be right back. If I drop, I'll be right back, though.
All right. Are you familiar with this wicked world? What he's talking about?
no. What are you guys talking about?
He's talking about some actress or something. That I'm not
No,
sure.
it's my bad, dude. It's not it's Amanda Stenberg. Amandla Stenberg. Stenberg.
All right, I think their name.
That's why, dude. I just got the name mixed up, dude. I'm sorry.
All right. She releases a song about Star Wars back.
Yeah, the backlash. It's so cringe. My God, dude.
Should we take a look at the song or what?
Yeah, you gotta watch it while you're live, right? Because if people are watching.
Oh, hold on. Let me share my screen. You tell me what I should click on here.
I mean, it's only like a couple minutes, but it's just funny. I think you should. It's just funny, dude. It's
all right, so you hold on for 1 second. You tell me what I should click on. Let me
go on YouTube. Go on YouTube, dude.
Okay, go on YouTube.
Yeah, click like the YouTuber videos link or something, just so you can see the video. Because oh my God, man.
Amanda Stenberg.
Amandla, instead of Amanda, put the L and then Stenberg, Stenberg. There it is, dude. Oh my God.
Which one? Which one should I click on?
The top one's fine. Whatever one. I mean, the shorter one's fine.
Wait. She's a black girl?
She's a mixed. Yeah. She's a fucking dude. Her dad's white and her mom's black. That's what I was saying. Like, she's good looking, dude. She's got great features. But dude, oh my God.
Is anyone else familiar with this? Or is it just something that Pierce is aware of? Anyone else familiar with this?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not familiar with this.
I'm about to show it in a second. Let me put the link in.
Hey, what's your channel, John? I'm trying to find that on YouTube.
Oh, at the Urban Landlord. I'll put it in.
Dude, John, it's all over the political landscape because it's a big fucking political FU to all the Star Wars fans. It's another communist takeover of a company, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's all over the political landscape.
I'm about to pull it up in 1 second here. Let me give me 1 second. I'm about to put the link in the chat here.
When I had actually tried clicking on it the first round, it gave me a 404 error, and it's the same link that you've been posting, but I wonder why it didn't work at first when I had clicked on it, and all of a sudden it worked. It started to work again when it's the same exact link.
You talking about the link I posted?
Yeah, your
Ain't-
StreamYard link, John, because when you first posted your StreamYard link, the ones that end with 3P5Z, I clicked on it, it gave me a 404 error, and then when you posted it again, then it worked all of a sudden, but I'm wondering, like, why it didn't work the first time around. I'm not
All
too
right.
concerned or worried, but it's just strange.
Yeah, it probably was a an delay in publishing the link there. Okay, let me play this. Let me play this link here. So
Let's all
the
mute.
first one appears right here. Okay,
Yeah,
let's go.
wait, it's full screen though. It's the most cringe shit ever, dude.
All right, let me make sure the volume's up here.
It's as cringe as you'd imagine. Responds to racist hate from Star Wars fans. Amandla Stenberg wrote, recorded, and shot this music video in 72 hours. It's as cringe as you'd imagine. Okay, let's go. Oh no, it's just 2 minutes? I gotta listen to this for 2 minutes? Fuck, bro.
And now you're listening, I'ma tell you something fascinating. Experience woke, bastardize it and appropriate it. Let's start a call, book or something with creators. Speak truth to power, keep an eye out for you silly races. And now they use it to describe anything they didn't buy. It was all about the people recognizing bigotry, the power of community, not fodder for your clickbait. Speaking of which, journalism looking at you. Did you forget it's your job to provide the truth? Spreading divisiveness, mining the metrics and data. See you gave up all your efforts for money and views. I'm going viral on Twitter again.
I can't do that. She talks about white people complaining again, even though her dad is a rich white guy and she's a millionaire. Anytime that like an actor tries to like push out a political message, why would I give a shit about what you have to say about politics? Like, what do you mean? Like, I think that after like that Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein shit, people really kind of got tired of hearing about virtue signaling from celebrities. And I feel like, honestly, not a moment too soon.
What do you think, John? Pretty cringe, huh?
You know, the fact that she's married, you know, I'm sorry, that her dad is white, and I guess she's out here talking about all this woke racist stuff. That is kind of interesting,
No, but just the dancing. To think that dancing is like, is that somehow, John? You got to tell me. Is dancing off like that against somebody in the black community a diss or a clapback or what? What is that? I mean, I've seen that a lot. Like when black chicks get mad. I mean, the ones I've dated have never done this, but I see it on like YouTube TV, on all those fucking like those old clip channels and shit. Why did they like have to get up and dance to like clap back as if that's like a hey fuck you or something? I don't understand
it. Have you ever seen the black women like twerking on like police cars?
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like is somehow is that like saying like I'm the king of the world, like that I can shake my I just don't get it. Like usually, I could get the whole fist in the air. That's kind of a badass symbol. Fuck everything. I'm like, I get that. That's a good symbol. That's effective. But what the fuck is shaking your ass have to do with victory or showing somebody any? Like I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get some black women on the panel, maybe they could comment here. But I meant a loss just like you and Pierce. And Pierce, I saw this video. Go ahead.
To add to your statement, Imperious, I like a few months ago came across like a year or two old YouTube short where some driver caught the car where a black woman was on the top of the hood of the car, literally on top, on the outside, and she was shaking her booty in the front of every person on the highway. It wasn't a public street. It was an actual freeway / highway that a lot of people would take to get to where they need to go there. So at the end of it, I just like, wait, what why is like they doing that on the freeway? And it's just crazy.
Did you see the that Goodfellas, that movie has trigger warnings on it now. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hey, I want to
That's
show you this
ridiculous.
video. And
The Godfather does too. The Godfather, if you watch it, it said this has stereotypes. I'm like, yeah, that's why Italians loved it, because it had a funny stereotype and it was good. It was awesome.
I want to share a couple videos with you guys. Some of them I actually showed on my stream here. The other ones I didn't. But I really want your opinion about a couple of these videos here. So I'm going to share the first one. Give me 1 second. This video right here, what I want you to do, and the people in the chat and the people on the panel, I want you to tell me where you think this is. You can guess anywhere, wherever you think. I mean, I guess there are some contextual clues here, but I just want to hear your opinion. Oh, is this the right one? Is this the wrong one? Wrong one. We'll start with
Bowman or whatever. Yeah, did you see him in AOC going crazy up there?
Has anyone seen this video? Has anyone seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's funny.
Anyone else seen this video? Wicked World. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I saw, it looks like they're getting desperate doing this.
Hey, have you seen this Wicked World?
Yeah, it looks like they're getting desperate.
Dude, he's like pumping. It's trying to like just getting up like in a fucking like hype show or something.
It's odd. It looks like, I wonder what. It looks like they're on something. Hyped up on.
Hey,
I don't know. It's just very almost suspicious,
And Pierce, have you ever seen any of the ANC rallies where they're screaming "Kill the Boer"?
The what? Sorry, I didn't catch the last part.
You ever seen any of those ANC rallies where they're screaming "Kill the Boer"?
Kill the poor? No, kill the what? The boar?
The boar in South Africa. Kill the white farmer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now that I remember, okay, I thought you meant here in like America. I was trying to think. I'm like, I don't know that reference here, but yeah, it's out. They have the old AMs or AFC, right? The African ANC, yeah, the African National Council or whatever. Yeah, dude, I see it. I've seen it all the time.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show a video of the ANC. And then I'm going to show you a video of Jamal Bowman. And I want to just hear what you guys think. So this is the ANC. And kill the Boer means kill the farmer. Well, I'm not sure if it's kill the farmer, but they're basically talking about white people in South Africa. Here we go.
This South African song has been igniting quite the firestorm online. Once deemed a struggle chant, modern adaptations of it have kindled cries of white genocide. So why is this song so controversial? Well, it's mostly to do with its lyrics.
Kill the Boer, the farmer.
That chant about killing the Boers, the descendants of Dutch settlers in South Africa, do believe.
Now I'll play Jamal. Where is Jamal? Where is Jamal? I know I have Jamal up here somewhere. All right, share this tab and say. So now here's Jamal.
We're gonna show them who the fuck we are. We're gonna show them who the fuck we are. Bowman, Bowman. Listen. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. We are not. We are not.
Notice he got a little tired there at the end, dude. Huffing and puffing a little bit.
I mean, very similar people, right? You know, very similar in terms of the way they're demonstrating, and you know, like the vulgar language, kill people, fuck these people. I just want immediately when I saw it, I thought about the South Africans because I think America is headed to like a South African like situation where the people, the lower class people, they're going to so outnumber everyone else that they're just going to demand everything or demand their fair share. Anyway, what do you guys think about that video?
Well, what is a fair share at the end of the day? Because when I think of fair share, I think of evenness. But if they're trying to like take the majority of something, that ain't really fair at the end of the day. So, what is a fair share to them at the end of the day?
John, it's going to come down to what it's always come down to. The white people are going to finally have enough, and then it's going to be bad news for everybody else. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a dick about this, but let's look at the majority of history. I mean, it was way worse during the medieval time with the Muslims, invading Europe and everything. It was way worse than this. And then finally, all the white people combined and took care of everything. It's not like, you got to realize, John, there's 375 million people. There's 450 million guns in this country, John, and most of them are concentrated in a certain, demographic. And most of them have military experience, like this. Why do you think the most feared, the population that the government fears the most is the one that has the power? And if you notice, the government is afraid of all. That's why it's not just that they're trying to pit races against one another. They're scared that white people do things. That's why if you look at the actual crime sentences, okay, when white people are convicted, look at the governor plot with the Proud Boys or whatever those idiots were.
Yeah.
Like, you got to understand, the government is most feared of white people because white people are the ones that will revolt against government control most often. They're bringing in people south of the border because if you notice, those people are very compliant with their governments.
Has anyone ever heard of, what is it, the Green Dragon Tavern? You ever heard of that? I think that's the name.
Green Dragon Tavern, or is that what you said?
Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Anyone ever heard of that before?
No.
Let me see this. I think that's the name of it. I'm surprised Imperius has never heard of it. I probably have the wrong name of it.
I'm trying to think of the reference. I'm sure I've heard of it.
Because I do agree with what you're saying here. Yep, that's it. The Green Dragon Tavern. Let me look it up. Let me post it on the screen. Some dude, Rushu, I see you guys are here. I'm going to let you talk in just 1 second. Since we're on my channel, we can talk a lot freely here, a little bit more freely about COVID and things like that. And so here's the Green Dragon Tavern. Put a 1 in the channel if you've heard in the chat if you've heard of the Green Dragon. Anyone ever heard of it?
I'm trying to think. Is that like I'm trying to think. That reminds. It's talking about a member of something revolutionary, like of the Revolutionary War or something.
Are you able to see it on my screen?
I'm trying to think of it. Is that like in one of the places in Lexington or something? I'm trying to think of, because I swear I've been there.
Yeah, it's in Boston, right? The Green Dragon Tavern has a long and rich history. I'm reading from their website here. Playing an important part in the freedom of Boston during the War of Independence, established in 1654. The tavern was a favorite haunt of Paul Revere, whom we consider a close neighbor, and John Hancock, whose brother lived next door. It has been ratified by Daniel Webster, the famous historian, that it was indeed in the Green Dragon that the plans for the invasion of Lexington and Concord were overheard, thus starting the famous ride of Paul Revere. I've long thought that part of the reason why they shut down COVID, the bars and COVID, was like the Green Dragon. The last place you want to be is having men sitting around a drink, thinking about how the government has their boot on their back. And I think that's why the bars and clubs and things were shut down, like first during COVID. Anyway, so that's the story of the Green Dragon.
Not just that, but people talk when they're drunk, John.
People what when they're drunk?
People talk when they're drunk too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they sit around a bar.
I don't mean like that. I mean they let secrets out.
Yeah,
they let things slip that they shouldn't let when people are drunk.
Well, yeah, indeed. If you think about like how
shout out to James O'Keefe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He is the man, dude. That guy has done some great independent journalism. I can't believe that might bring Disney down, John. That whole thing about the racial discrimination in hiring, that's pretty explicit, dude. If they can get Discovery on that, John, oof, oof, that's gonna be maybe they might get broken up, dude. If it's that bad.
I mean, Disney, as you know, in the last few years have like destroyed themselves already with all their movies and woke remakes and all that stuff.
I think that his video about with Pfizer during COVID, if that didn't like shut anyone down, no other video is going to be as effective as that one. If you ask me, like,
exactly.
Does anyone remember the video?
I don't know. You got that billion. What's his name? There's that billionaire that's out there though. Peter Thiel. I think his name is.
Okay, yeah, the Elon Musk guy.
Well, he's not. He's actually I think maybe I have the wrong. I'm trying to make sure that's the right guy, but he's the one that funded that lawsuit recently that stopped that black woman charity that fund over down in Atlanta. He's the one funding. He's also the one that funded the appeal to get rid of affirmative action in colleges. He's looking for those kinds of cases to get before SCOTUS, dude. Like that case could break a lot because that could cause a whole new kind of oversight on hiring practices, on everything. If there is evidence, email communications between management, hiring, HR, saying like, hey, it is our soft policy or even our hard policy, shit would even be better. That
Let me
they
ask you a
are.
question,
Yeah.
Do you think voting still matters?
I never thought it mattered.
Or you never thought?
I'm not a big. I mean, democracy is unfortunately what we have, but I don't think it's the primary, the preferred method of governance. So.
But you think the judicial system still works?
No, not really. It's never really. I mean, it works sufficiently for what it is, but it's never. I mean, nothing's perfect. I mean, it used to be better. It works in some ways still, yeah. But a lot of what it happens now, you can just venue shop and get pretty much the right result that you want, dude.
In Pierce, you work kind of like attached to the government. You don't work for the government. You kind of attached. Is it? I think it's wrong.
Well, I work for a contractor. Yeah.
Right. And without you saying too much, like, what do you do for the? Yeah, I'm going somewhere.
Well, I draw up contracts. I redline contracts. I make negotiations. I do procurement negotiations with contracts. I do a lot of different things. I draw up contracts for the.
Have you ever seen like any element?
And I mean SOPs. I draw up and write the SOPs to make sure it's like legally abiding and stuff like that. So you know.
Have you ever seen like any element of the deep state in your work?
I'm not gonna say too much.
Would you be able to identify it if you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, the whole process is the deep state. That's the thing. Like. It's. I don't need to talk about anything bad. It's simply that the entire process is the deep state. It's all guaranteed contracts. It's all. It's a system. It's a funneled system, because the same people that once they leave the government, they become they become on the boards of a lot of these companies. And so what they do is they use their classified status. You got to understand, all these people like John Brennan and all them, they have classified status still, and they're getting briefings all the time. And then at the same time, they're on the boards of these companies that work for defense company that are defense contractors for the government. So
hold on, Peter. You know what blew my mind, and I've lived in DC, so I totally understand security clearances. And for the people that don't know this, a security clearance adds about $50,000 to your salary. Would you say that's fair and Pierce?
Yeah, I mean, depending. I mean, some people have security clearance for no real reason. Okay, if you have the highest level, yeah, or the higher, either 3 or Black Ops, yeah.
I mean, if you're above a public trust.
Yeah. If you're above a level 1 or above level 2, I'd say. Once you get into classifieds and stuff, like actual classifieds,
If you have a secret clearance, That's probably about 25,000.
Yeah, exactly. And then top secret, and then black ops. Yeah, exactly. But if you have a secret, if you have a, I would say it's top secret and black ops are the two that you would get the 50,000 or maybe more. You know, depending on. Remember, it depends on the actual contract and the specified amounts they can pay each role.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like.
When I'm talking about, when I say 50 or 25, I'm talking about what you would make in the private sector doing the same thing.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. The valuation of the actual. Yeah.
Right. So if you work in a skiff, you know what a skiff is, right?
Yeah. That's but that's a lot, dude. I mean, how many? You know, that's a very.
No, but I guess I'm following up with your point is that I don't think a lot of people understand that. How these people get so wealthy on such low salaries. Nancy Pelosi's worth maybe close to $1 billion, and they're able to leverage like those security clearances, or in her case, she's still in government. But the ones that leave, the one that comes to mind is like Lloyd Austin. But I'm not picking on him. There are many others just like him that they can go leave government, go make millions of dollars, then come back to the government and direct contracts to the people that they just worked for. It is really amazing to live here in DC and see these type of things, because it makes you realize that there's no way. Go ahead.
It's really not even that deep, right? Because I mean, when we think about the war in Iraq that we had in 2008, like you had Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney was on the board of Halliburton, right? And Halliburton was literally you know, they every little thing that we had going on over there in the Middle East, Halliburton had a piece of it. And it was funny how Dick Cheney was on the board at the same time when we were, you know, sending our troops over there to fight and die for those things. So,
I mean, the longer you live in DC, you see more and more. It's the same thing. Like, these people leave government, go work for Halliburton or whoever they're working for, and then they maybe they go back to the government and then direct the contracts directly back to those people again. It's very interesting. You know, if you live here long enough, or if you're like in Paris or someone, you see it over and over. You almost realize, excuse me, you know, Trump is good. You know, I like Trump, but the things are so ingrained.
It's democracy itself. It's the filtration. It's the diffusion of power away from one to many. That's the whole point. There's no one to blame but the system itself. You can't blame one person. You'd have to blame the entire system, and so therefore it's too overwhelming for people to think about.
Yeah, I agree. Let's take a look at this video. Are you able to see this?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too. I agree with that.
Hey, for the people in the chat, before I start this video, I want you to tell me where you think this is in the world. People on the panel, hold your thoughts. Don't speak it out loud yet. We're going to play this video. I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Let's go.
No, we just doing the interview. I don't know to do.
Shake that booty, bitch. Shake that
I'm gonna come back up.
Shake that booty. Shake that booty, bitch. Shake that.
So now, what is like the status of this place as far as, are they going to renovate it? Are they going to end up demolishing it, or what?
They're gonna demolish the apartment, but who knows? It's up to the ball.
So she can pull on. When the DJ play you back to back, the shit feel good, dog. Never trip about no politics. I know the hood.
Yeah, this look crazy, man.
People in the chat, chime in where you think this is.
I think that's like Gary, Indiana, or something.
Right. Yeah, they need some serious help over here.
They take the legs off. You flying.
Right.
I need these, boy.
So now, what's going on over here? Water main break or something? Oh, I'm recording it too. Yes, man. I hope they do something soon over here. You know.
We got a motherfucking video. Shoot. Don't come up that shit.
Anybody want to comment where they think this is right now? I see someone saying South Central LA.
I was saying Gary, Indiana, dude.
Gary, Indiana. Anyone else?
No, that's somewhere down south.
Anyone else?
Either somewhere down south or somewhere up east, in some place like Chicago, Philadelphia, or wherever the streets are freaking at.
We're gonna play a little bit more. I want to hear you guys' thoughts about this.
I'm trying to hear the accent.
I ain't gonna go over there by myself, but he take me over there. You know what I'm
That nigga say, why you ain't taking her?
You know, I mean, he can take me where he knows it's okay for me to go. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if he take me over there, I go over there. But I, you know, I'm thinking just walk up on the
want your that shit phone out the damn camera out your hand. I'm taking you out of the camera. Want your camera on?
What do you guys think about how loud it is in this ghetto, right?
I feel as though privacy is like a concern for most residents in that area because if you are like living right next to a resident like those that were sitting on the steps arguing, I'd say privacy or like quietness is a real concern because I'd be like, what's that noise 24/7? And be like trying to get them to like tell them to like quiet down or shut it off, but that would just rile them even more because I am black, obviously. So I can see as though that place being a bad area to live in.
That's not somebody's talking about NOLA. That's not New Orleans.
It's not New Orleans. It's not New Orleans. It's close enough. It probably got places like New Orleans. Go ahead.
They gotta be somewhere down south, like Mississippi or something.
No, I don't know where. That's got to be in like Illinois, Indiana, something like that, dude.
That's Blackistan, John.
Hey, John, you know what it reminds me of?
Hey. Is Tropes? Why do you think it's Atlanta? Because Atlanta is the black mecca. I can understand Baltimore, but why are you gonna throw out the greatest black city in America? Come on now, why are you gonna do that?
Could be Memphis.
Could have said I was able to ride with you. You said that was Baltimore, but Tropes.
Hey, John,
I really
you know
want
what
to
it reminds me of?
Someone says Ohio. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
It reminds me of Cherry Hill. It reminds me of Cherry Hill, John.
In Jersey?
Not remind me.
You talking about Jersey?
Cherry Hill in Baltimore.
You talking about Jersey? Cherry Hill in Jersey? You got to subscribe to my channel, Dunterius. Go ahead. You talking about Jersey?
That's not Baltimore. That's not the accent.
Baltimore. That's not Baltimore.
No, I didn't say it was Baltimore. I said I didn't know where it was. I said that a few minutes ago, and then I said it reminds me of Cherry Hill in Baltimore.
Hey, let me give y'all some more clues. And we're gonna discuss it again. This is right here. Hold on.
Now this the east side of Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta. Okay. See where it is.
What would you say is like some of the worst issues over here is going on over here? Like in your opinion?
That's crazy right now. That's a crazy question right now.
And look at that grass. Look at that dirt.
Yeah, that's Atlanta. You can get that accent.
You can't see it, no.
Look at that trash. Look at that broke down chair. Look at the chair. Lord have mercy. Have mercy on my soul. Look at that trash.
I can't see it, John.
Look at that. Look at all that dirt these niggas done walked all over it. Trash. Lord have mercy. Look at all the trash.
But John, I still have to get with you on that disagreement that I got with you.
Who is this talking?
It's Free Game from the last chapter.
What's your disagreement with me, huh?
You say black people.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna let you talk. I need to put it back on the screen. Shit. How do I do that? All right. Look at all this trash. Go ahead, free game.
Hey, you can't see me?
You say black people are running out of options to make money,
Yeah,
and
I believe that.
I believe everybody in America is eventually going to run out of opportunities to make money. Besides the people that's already rich, the wealth gap is widening, and it's not that black people are running out of options. When it comes to education, look what these colleges are doing as far as raising the price to go to college.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I want to have a little discussion with you. Honestly, I do. How old are you, by the way?
30.
30. That's good. That's real good. That's real good. I hope you hang on for a second because, again, I'm not here to criticize you, my man. That's not what I try to do. What I try to do, and I've shown text messages, things like that. Like, I'm here to really give you not a solution, but a suggestion for a positive solution that is going to be contrary to what you would normally hear. Right. So we're going to play a little bit of this video, and I'm going to point out some things that really gets at why I think the blacks are running out of solutions.
Mm-hmm.
We got about 30 more seconds.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why that I think everybody else is running out of options.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to make money.
Mm-hmm. Tell me.
AI. Look at the tech field. The tech field, it keeps laying off. A lot of those Indians are going to run out of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these immigrants are going to run out of jobs. The Mexicans are taking over because it's actually the labor skills that's needed more so than the technical skills.
Mm-hmm.
And people are being priced out of college. So even jobs have stopped hiring people that have been to college. Because nobody can no.
No, I want you to hold your thought. We're gonna finish this video. I want to point out a couple of things. Then we're gonna come right back to you. We're gonna have a little bit of back and forth. That's okay. I think it's important because you're fairly young, man, 30 years old, and we're gonna dig into it a little bit. All right. But I want to pay you. I want you guys to pay attention. These are young men, able-bodied. These niggas ain't crippled. They ain't broken down, sick or anything. But look how they're comfortable to live around trash. Niggas could go get some shears and trim the bush.
John, look how clean his outfit is, though, dude.
Say what? What you say?
Look how white them shoes are, dude. Look how clean his
Nigga shoe clean. Hey, bro, if you stepped on his shoes,
nigga got a fresh pair of ones on, huh?
That nigga might kill you. That nigga might kill you amongst that trash and leave you right there amongst the trash.
Listen, man. Truth be told, we are living. We're turning our country into a third world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but white girls got to feel good about themselves, guys. Come on.
Let's play this. Now, this is East Atlanta. This is probably less than 2 miles from downtown. Right, let's go.
He said, "What you think the most?"
Look at them clean ass cars. Look at the shades on that nigga. Backpack on that nigga. All that shit. Yeah, they walking through trash. Look at that styrofoam cup. Fat niggas. We done supersize these niggas EBT cars and shit.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I seen a video on Twitter the other day. It was a fat dude got shot. He walked up to somebody's house. This is real life. Bleeding out. He's like, "Y'all got some food?" They said, "Bro, are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I mean, I know I'm shot, but the food in the hospital is nasty."
Nigga, eat.
Like, what?
Hey man, hey, put that tweet in the back chat. We're gonna play that shit. Let's finish this up. We got less than 30 seconds.
What thing going on right now? I ain't gonna lie, it's like chilling.
Look at all the shoes. Pay attention to the shoes. I'm gonna do a stream on how to do a hood credit check. how the hood credit check a nigga. I don't need people ask me all the time like, dog, like how the hell you credit check niggas? I ain't never run a credit check. I can look at these niggas. A nigga show up to me like, hey man, I want a room for rent. It's a nice shades you got on, sir. Backpack, that shit clean too. Jeans, ain't no work boots. You showed up at my house with no work boots on. Got a little belly, so you ain't fit. I don't think I'm gonna be rent to you, sir. Now I see this simple smiling nigga over here. Look like he might kill somebody with his ripped up jeans and stupid ass shoes on. His styrofoam cup, he drinking lean all day. They're not even fucking presentable. They can't even trick me out here. Who gonna run a hey? Would you waste $25 run a credit check on either one of these nickels? Anybody? Put one in the chat if you run a credit check on this nigga. If he showed up at your house talking about he wanted the rent from you. Let's go.
Yeah, murder. It's a lot of murder. They get hit.
How about that old nigga with that twig in the back of his head? Would you rent to that old? Look at these shoes. Look at the shoes on these nickels. They're all clean shoe, old nickels. Anybody seen any boots anywhere? This nigga got a Pooh jersey on. I keep telling people they love sports entertainment. Hey, anybody in the chat, I want you to comment how old that Pooh nigga is. How old you think that nigga is with the Versace's on right there? How old you think that nigga is?
That nigga about 35.
You think he's 35?
Hey, John, what are the odds he just jacked him off somebody, dude?
He probably about 25, 26.
You think that nigga in that Pooh jersey 25?
No, he's probably 45, 50. And
Yeah.
still
In the jersey? In the jersey? No. In
43.
the jersey? No. In the jersry?
Yeah, the jersey dude's like 50, dude.
Listen, you
In the
got
black
something in
t-shirt?
here.
The black t-shirt is 25.
No, I'm talking about
in the jersey.
No, hold on.
The jersey is 35.
The jersey, the Pooh jersey. How old that Pooh nigga is? How old?
Add a zero to that.
Pooh jersey, he 35.
No, he's
that
50.
nigga about 38.
He's 50. He's 50.
Still hanging out with the young niggas.
Still being cool.
Look how he dressed though. You seen any nigga with some boots on? Huh? You seen any nigga in the video with boots? Any niggas? I'm just asking.
Work boots on in style, John.
Huh? Shit. I mean, that nigga look like he coming from somewhere. Is he coming from work? Huh? You think that nigga coming from work?
He just coming from getting them swishers, bro.
No, he did some work, John.
You think he coming from getting them swishers? You think that nigga coming from getting them swishers? About 45.
Nah, niggas don't work. Niggas don't work these days.
Hey, if you were a landlord, you a nigga like me. Which one of these niggas you rent to? Bro, they show up. Show up, bro. They be like, yo, bro, hey, Mr. Galt. Need to lay down with one of these bitches. What one of these niggas y'all rent to? Pick one. Pick them. Which one of you niggas you would even do a credit check on? I want you to let me
John, you could weed them out and make them pay for their own credit check, dude. If you weed them out that way, dude.
Pick one of these niggas. Let me put them back.
Hell no, you get one of them over there. It's more of them gonna keep coming. They like roaches.
Pick one of these niggas you do a credit check on. If I should, look, I'm about to go way off the subject, but
look.
Hold on.
It's a white. Hey. Okay.
We're gonna play this video. I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna off tangent for a minute. We got to come back to who was that talking? Was that Wicked World? Was that Wicked World that was talking? Somebody was talking. But we're gonna finish this up. I want you to just look around for the contextual clue. These niggas, their shoes, their jeans. Like the point I want to hammer home. I operate in ghettos around niggas like this. For real. And what I want you to pay real close attention to is the thing that I'm really pointing home to is I walked up to one of these niggas. Because I ain't scared of these niggas. I walk up to them. Yo, man, you want to cut some grass today? I got some grass that need cutting. You think any one of these niggas gonna get their shoes green around the edges? Huh? You think any one of these niggas gonna cut grass and get their shoes be green around the edges? Huh? Their shoes be green. Huh? Do you put one in the chat if you think these niggas will get their shoes green around the edges? Cut my grass. Put 0 in the chat if you think no. And so again, like, this is the biggest problem. You're not gonna be solid. Look at these people. Let's go right here.
Look at
that fat nigga just walked through with a towel over his. Lord have mercy. Hey, they sent a resume to get that nigga short for interview. You be like, man, come on, man. Let me go on back. Let me just go to lunch or something.
Yeah, walk down. I told you keep the head. The more fucked up thing going on.
The more fucked up thing. The blood in his hand. No drug test passed on him, so he can't be hired. Right? No job for you. Remember that Mexican that said in Chicago, we told them niggas, no job. Hey, Wicked World, I hope you hear it. I'm going to play that video of that Mexican telling them niggas, no job for you. No money for you.
He stepped out, John.
Oh, he stepped out. I hope he comes back. Look at this nigga.
On the snitching, these niggas be snitching.
Oh, yeah,
definitely rat. A whole bunch of rat.
Look at the belly on that big nigga in the back.
And that one that you just saw with the little shark backpack.
Oh yeah.
The shark backpack one is the aggressor, dude. That's the one that leads the group, I think, dude.
Which one? You talking about the one Versace?
No. The shark backpack one.
Oh yeah.
They got a little mouth right there. I think that's the one that's the aggressor, dude. Because you notice they were all like okay with. Then that fool comes up, gets that guy's face, like get out of here. You know what I mean? And then they all kind of like, hey, and they start looking at him. And
the gun is in his backpack. Hold on.
That's a white. That's a white guy that's talking.
No, that's a black man. The gun is in his backpack, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Ain't no books in there. That nigga ain't just came home from school. He got probably a gun in there, probably 2 guns. But look at him. Dude, motherfucker. Clean. I couldn't pay these niggas to cut my grass, especially this one. You think this nigga would bring them shoes up for $100? Hell no. The shoe probably ain't worth $100. But if I paid him $100 to cut my grass, he'd be like, hell no. I ain't got no other shoes to work on. I ain't got no shoes to work in, boss. I'm telling you. Look at them clean ass shoes. I don't have a pair of shoes that clean. And I know I got more money than both of these niggas. Maybe not the big nigga. He might be the dope dealer right here. So
he got all his money on him.
Look how clean their shoes is. Look at that shit. You got the fucking nigga right here with the Versace, you know.
Oh yeah, you walk around that pistol.
I ain't gonna lie.
With that pistol.
Sell women. Hey,
nigga got blood in his hand. All the people talk about me smoking weed, but they can't pay it. I ain't out here on the public sidewalk where your mammy or your grandma trying to wheel her groceries home. Think about how many niggas grandmama live in these buildings and they gotta walk to these black ass niggas just to get home or get to the store. This is what blacks do to each other. Look at this shit. Would you want to walk through this shit? You fat fucking sorry nigga. Look at all the trash. They like, I bet you everything in these niggas' hands will end up on the ground within 30 minutes. That cup, you see the cup right there? That drink, anything else, he got something in his hand because his arms are folded. The blunts they smoking, all that shit gonna end up on the ground. Put 1 in the chat if you believe that all that shit is gonna end up on the ground.
He gonna toss her away. What's going on, man? Glock be the game, man. Hey, man, I always the East Atlanta.
Look at them.
Oh, that's it. East Atlanta. It's truly amazing. It's Atlanta.
Hey, bro. I just visited my girl in Atlanta a few weeks ago, and we was in a bar, and it was one of those situations where it was like some niggas came in there And I looked at my girl looked at me, and I was like, it's time for us to leave. We got our check. We got the fuck up out of there. And yeah, it was no questions asked by her or anything like that.
Do you remember when that nigga Sir, and I ain't gonna get Sir, he seemed like a nice enough guy. He talked about how he threw parties in his neighborhood and how they destroyed. He estimated that he had shaved maybe $200,000 in property values off of his property, in value off of his property, just by throwing parties and shit. Do you remember that?
Nah, I didn't hear that. I know that
Well,
he
it was
got
on the
his
stream.
property.
It was on the stream one that was Sir was like, man, like, and he admitted like maybe you drunk and you like, yo, I threw a couple parties, blew up the block. The other nigga maybe he had a domestic violence situation in his neighborhood where the police had to come, blew up the block. And he talked about, and I asked him, I said, what do you think they did to the property value? He said, if we didn't do all that shit, maybe my property would be worth $200,000 more. And it was really amazing to hear a nigger admit to what he had done to himself. And Pierce, don't take any offense to what I just said here. And
I don't care. You know, it's not. I don't care.
Hey, and Pierce, you got an exemption tonight. You can use the N word if you like.
No, I mean, I don't even use the word. I think it's like a lazy insult. But what I'm like, it's interesting. But the thing is like, I think the problem is poor whites are so doped up that they don't do that. Like, I don't know if it's maybe you guys drink more, like black community drink, but they do. You guys must do like uppers or something, because like the poor white communities are all like drunk and like knocked out, like passed out somewhere, you know? Like they don't do any of that shit. So it's
hold on, I'm gonna play this video right here. Hold on, Pierce. Because this is what people like. While you blacks are looking at the video, anybody else just looking, I want you to look at the yard, the overgrown yards. And I want you to look at how many able-bodied niggers I hear that could take a weed eat and just knock that grass down. But they are having a good time.
Hold on. Hey, John, hold on 1 second. Let me just say this, and it's not going to take too long. Imperious, do you think that we all hold the same perspective, or what?
What do you mean?
Hey, don't answer that yet, Imperious, because I'm going to answer your question for you, Imperious. Let's go. Look at this. Look at these niggas. Look at these niggas. Have mercy. Rashu, all these niggas got the same perspective. I think you would agree. This shit is amazing.
Gotta call the SWAT in on them niggas, dog.
The fire truck coming in trying to help these niggas.
Yeah, you gotta get.
That's what you gotta do to find the product. Is just drive through everyone, dude.
I just want if any accident happen, anybody get sick, I won't come back through that motherfucker.
Yeah,
I wouldn't come back.
I went through a situation like that recently. I went to a one of those Juneteenth LBGT type events. Unknowingly, I was drunk as hell, and we seen things unfolding, and we were like, "Hey, we don't want this to be another Trayvon Martin or crazy." Not Trayvon Martin, but it looked like some type of op was going down. So I was like, we need to get the fuck up out of here.
Now, John, here's an interesting question for you. John, now what is worse though? Because we whites, we have our bad ones too. We're not like riotous like that, but I think whites are more perverted and fucked though. Because what we do is we have the fucking like LG, HDTV people running around half naked with kids in the audience. Like go look at like the parade, like the gay parades in like Portland or something. Like that's like, I mean, to me, that's just as degenerate. Maybe it's not as violent, but that's just as fucking degenerate, dude.
The thing
Nah, it is. It is. It
The
is.
thing I
It
was
is.
saying to Imperius is you can avoid that. You don't have to take your children there. These blacks that called the fire department probably because there was a fire. They got other blacks that are blocking their path.
Or someone's
And
ODing.
Rashu asked me the question. He said, "Well, all blacks like that. Well, how many blacks are like that, and how many aren't?" Clearly, there weren't enough good blacks to allow that fire truck through. Would you agree with that, Rashu? In that environment right there weren't enough good blacks to allow the firemen through. That's fair, right? Would you say it's
Nah,
fair?
we agree. We agree on stuff like that.
Well,
That's not what
Mr. John, how many black men do you know that actually live in the hood?
I rent to a lot of them.
Single black men.
Yeah, but there ain't enough strong ones, man. There ain't enough
The thing-
strong
the
ones to
thing-
stop that.
The thing I think is this is free game. Free game. That's right. I wanted to come back to you. What do you do for a living, Mr. Free Game? And I'm not being critical, I'm just asking questions. Go ahead.
I'm a insurance adjuster and have my CDL.
Okay. So, most of the black men that I deal with have been caught up in the gig economy. You're familiar with that, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes they've taken the shortcuts in life and they say, I really just jump on a gig and then I get paid every day, blah, blah, blah. And the problem with that is that they never learn a skill. Matter of fact, they don't even learn how to work with other people because they're just riding around in their car taking random packages of shit that they don't even know what it is unless they dug into the bag. They don't even know what it is. Well, that's not, robot proof. And the software that the companies like Uber employ can minimize their payouts to the benefit, minimize the driver's payout and maximize the company's payout. And I think, and there's really no way to get out of that once you get into that rabbit hole of driving Uber, DoorDash, so on and so forth. And I think a lot of these people are forsaking working real jobs and learning the skills that come along, even with working mediocre jobs. They're dealing with people showing up for work on time. When you drive for Uber, DoorDash, you start work whenever you get ready. You quit whenever you get ready. And so on and so forth. You're going to have a generation of people that are going to be unable to work for anyone because they're so accustomed to just working gig-like work.
Hey, John, that's a fact because my girlfriend, her temporary home girl, she's on a contract down there in Atlanta, and one of the females that she met, she does Uber, and she will not do Uber unless the customer comes out to her and picks up their whatever they had delivered, whether she went to their order, exactly. And it's like, how are you like you feel that entitled to the fact that you
I
can't even go ahead.
I done been hired on plenty jobs, and this is not just happening in the black community. It's happening in the white community as well. I've been hired with a lot of white men, and the only thing they do is complain all goddamn day. They find a way not to do the damn job. Here in Texas, I'm in Texas.
Yeah, you're not
This
lying,
is
bud. You're not lying, but do you see 10 or 11 white guys
It's
just hanging out in the
yeah,
middle of the day, with trash all over the place? I mean, don't get me
hell
wrong.
yeah. I got
White
some
trash
right
are that
across.
way.
I got some right across the goddamn hallway from me right now. Put dog shit. Have 1,000 dogs in a 1-bedroom apartment. Have dog shit everywhere. I can turn my camera on. You can see it right now. But 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 get
Yeah.
dog shit across the street from me. The same thing. Whites over there, drugged out. Them and some blacks hanging together. This is becoming an American thing.
It
It's
well,
is.
not.
It
we're
is.
talking about the decline of our country in a multifaceted way right now. So
And this the thing now where you have to give black Americans credit is where black Americans are now, because we're in this position not because of the government, it's because of us, the reason why we're in this position in the decline of our
well,
civilization.
we are what we vote for.
Yeah, we are what we vote for, but with those laws you have the side of the law that's governed by the people. We have picked the public law to live by, which is the people in the hat system that we want to live by, and we don't want to go into the private and live our own life. So we're taking these social benefits as a group, not just black people, white people are too. We
Hey,
live
free
in
game.
a
Go ahead, free game. Go ahead.
we're going into a almost socialist system.
Hey, free game. Did you go to college?
Yeah, I did.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Grambling State.
Did you
Was it worth
graduate?
it?
No, I didn't graduate. I got 1 year left. So basically, what happened? I have
Someone
1 year
emailed
left.
you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I have 1 year left. Transferred. The can't get my damn transcript because of the cost of college or whatever. So I'm trying to get my transcript back so I can finish school.
So you want to finish school,
hmm
but you have a CDL and all that, correct? What
Yeah, I have
do
a
you think?
CDL and
What do you
just
think? What do you think school would benefit you? If you finish school, what do you think would happen?
well, that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. The reason why I can't get my transcript because I'm $45,000 in the hole in college loans or whatever. So I'm like, and adjusters are making just as much. I was going to school to be a physical therapist, and but adjusters are making just as much as physical therapists.
So what do you want to? So if you can get your transcript and all that, and then what? What are you going to do?
Well, I would, huh?
You going to go back to college?
Well, I was thinking about going to law school, but I don't know anymore.
Go put that
So,
CDL to work.
yeah. So are you have a CDL? Are you driving?
Oh yeah. I drive for FedEx.
Okay, but you don't drive from your own business or anything, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just asking.
No, I don't
Why
want
do
to
you
deal with
want
no
to? Why do you
trucks.
want to go? Why do you? So you're 45,000 in debt,
Mm-hmm.
and are you making payments on that 45,000?
I have paid 20,000 off.
So you're 25,000 in debt right now.
No. That's where I am now. I was 60.
Whoa. Wait a minute. You had 65,000 in
Oh
debt.
yeah, I was at 65. Yep.
And now you struggled and scrapped and you paid 20,000 of that debt down.
Yep.
And this was at Grambling State, is that correct?
Yep, I went to Grambling State and I had a football scholarship to a D2 school called Lane College out there in Tennessee. It was so violent, I had to leave.
Wait a minute, Lane College is where?
In Tennessee.
Well, where in Tennessee? I know of Lane College. You said it was violent in Lane College?
Man, it was so violent. Man, that's the most violence I ever seen in my life. And I'm from Louisiana.
That's like Franklin, Tennessee, or somewhere, right?
It's in Jackson, Tennessee, like an hour away from Memphis.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Man, shootouts and like we be talking about.
Let me ask you this question. How did you pay down the $20,000?
Shoot, I got a lawsuit. I got a lawsuit from a car wreck. I paid $10,000 there, and then I worked and just paid the rest of it.
How much did you get from the lawsuit?
I got $15,000. I only took $5,000. I paid the loan. Paid some of the loan.
So you took 5 of the 15 and paid down the student loan?
Yeah.
And the other 10 you paid out your own pocket?
Yeah.
Do you regret going to college, or do you want to go back and get more college?
Well, just because I got one more year, I'm thinking about it. I haven't made a final decision yet, but I regret that I went, honestly.
But you want to go back and get more? You thinking?
Well, I only have one more year, and I'm able to pay out of my pocket now.
So you kind of like want to finish with what you started, Free Game, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And what would you do once you finish? You'd probably be another 20,000. What would you do then? Would you keep doing what you're doing, or do something different?
No, well, I would go into the nursing field because I was majoring in biology at that time.
So you want to be a nurse?
Yeah, I wanted to, help with the elderly people and stuff like that. So yeah.
So right now you're driving a truck, but you really don't want to do it?
Mm-hmm. No. The adjusting field is up and down. Like if you have a tornado or something like that, then you'll get a deployment. And you usually get a lot of money if doing it up to $20,000 a month.
What do you do full time?
I drive trucks full time.
Oh, okay. But you don't want to do that. You'd rather be a nurse?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay. All right. That's fair. How much do you make driving a truck?
It's varied from year to year. Driving for FedEx, we get paid like 75 cents a mile. I can drive upward to 350 miles per day. So
you drive across country or something?
I'm local.
Really? Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Like within the Houston area. So it's big in Houston. So yeah.
Hey, speaking of Houston, I don't mean to change subjects. Did you hear about those black women that were killed at the Juneteenth celebration?
Boy, I said, God damn it, we can't have shit.
Did you go to that? Did you go to that celebration?
Hell no.
Would you have gone?
Hell no. I already know it's gonna be some shooting. It ain't no police there.
Why do you think that black woman who had a successful career went to that Juneteenth celebration?
You say what?
Why do you think she went there? She's a successful black woman, a lawyer. Why do you think she went to that celebration?
Because this is a fusion between the educated blacks are just as degenerate as the lower class blacks in a lot of cases. In college, yes, a lot of just because you're educated for your subject doesn't mean your morals are and values are aligned with the level of success that you have. So a lot of black people, a lot of black successful women are not, they morally corrupt, but their education is high.
Well, look at that judge down in Atlanta. Did you see that, John?
You want me to show that?
Bring that sumbitch up, dude. That's funny, dude.
Man, you should be the co-host. I got plenty. When I saw that, I said, man, like, can you imagine being in front of that woman. But I want to follow back up with you, young man. You sound like a fairly intelligent, like you have your head on your shoulder, right, young man. Tell us about yourself while I look up this video. This is your elevator picture.
You talking to me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm 30 years old. I'm a father of two, by the same woman, still together. I work hard. I have multiple things that I like to do. I even get into spiritual things, astrology, herbalism. I like stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm a very multifaceted person. So yeah, I'm gonna start up my own herbal company for men dealing with erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, testosterone problem. Yeah, so that's what I've been focusing on as well.
Yeah, period. You asked me to bring it up. Has anyone seen this video of this judge?
Is that where she hits the cop?
Yeah, in Atlanta. Has anyone seen that?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you gotta see the one. You gotta make sure you show after too when she's at the station and shit, dude. It's ridiculous.
I'll show that one next. Let's see what we got here. All right, here we go.
No, he can touch me. Everything for no reason. Why let him go. Let him fucking go. Let him fucking go. Let him
Hey, do y'all see her weave? Do you see her weave on the ground?
That's when I saw that. I saw that you, John. I'm like, he's gonna point that out.
Did anyone see that weave on the ground? Did anyone see it?
Oh yeah.
Man, listen, I don't mean to get off the subject here. I cleaned out that Georgetown nigga's room the other day. And I might pull up the pictures if I have time, if I come back to it. And I mean the level of weave that was in his room from the girl whose jaw he broke. I mean, weave after weave, they were all hung up on the clothes rack, the door rack, everywhere. It's like weaves everywhere. So maybe it wasn't his dreadlock that was down the drain. It could have been that weave from the woman. But anyway it goes, it just shows you like black people like that fake shit in their hair really like
it's no separation of class in the black community. We don't have it's no separation between the middle class, the high class, and the lower class. It's all one class. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. And black women and hood black men, like the men that you just showed, those two people are the source, a major source of the issues in the black community.
If that was free guy or free game that just said what he had said, I'm sorry to ask this, but at the same time, I don't think John would have no problem. What about the nigger community?
What is it? First of all, well, we don't. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore that like I did. But what you mean about what you mean about the nigger community? These are the nigger communities. What are you talking about? These are the people that you see in the videos. This are the niggas, the niggas that he showed in the last videos, and the woman that he's tussling with in the video. This is the nigger community. The niggers and black people are two different things.
One of the things, I don't want to be negative because I don't think negative solves anything, to be honest with you, right?
I love your personality, free game.
But everyone knows my person. Everyone knows me. And I'm not gonna say everyone, but my story is like the people you see in these videos. They're like totally emotional, illogical, whatever. But they all live somewhere. None of them niggers live outside. None of them. And in the state we are in America today, honestly, Imperius has told you, I'm gonna weave it all together for you. Imperius talks about it. Go ahead.
Free game. Someone in the John's chat said that made you flabbergasted.
Hey, I'm not used to that. Yeah, you caught me off guard.
Well, I didn't mean to there.
Imperius talks about it on a very high level. The graft and the corruption that takes place on his level. I understand what he's talking about because I've dealt with it. I lived in DC long enough. I've been a software developer. I've worked on government contracts, Department of Justice, several contracts. So I understand what Imperius is talking about. But down on the low level, this is what I'm talking about, the EBT fraud, the violence in the community. That, bro, like, if I were to go through my text messages, I could show you like so many people that throw like food stamps at me like all day, all night. And those same people, you shop in the grocery stores with them. And you don't even realize why the food prices are so high. It's because the government is basically playing a war against you. And it's like a silent war. You don't even recognize it. Your food prices go up while the welfare nigga fat as shit. Look at the fat niggas. I show you all these fat niggas in these videos. Niggas and women. Yeah, we see it be talking about food desert. Well, how the hell these niggas eating in the desert? How do you get fat in the desert? Anyone ever thought about that? Anyone ever thought about that? How the hell you get fat in a desert, a food desert?
Well, John, what they're talking about is there's no fruits and vegetables there, and they'll point to the fact that there's plenty of gas stations, and all they're eating is hot Cheetos and Mountain Dew, and they're getting that calories, but there's no nutrition. But even if you put those fruit stands and the Whole Foods in those areas, they wouldn't buy from them.
Man, let me tell you, not far from where I live, this is no bullshit. And I've told you guys many times, like, shit, I eat free. Man, I go to the grocery store basically for snacks and shit. You know what I mean? Chips. You see me eating chips on camera sometimes. I go to the grocery store, I get some chips.
Hey guys, I'm about to get the hell up out of here.
All right, Rushy. Hey, join my stream tomorrow. Join my stream in the morning. You might find it interesting. I'm gonna be talking about people like you, Rush. Not you, people but like me. It may be very interesting. You might find it very interesting, Rushy. Yeah. Have a good night, Rushy.
Good night, Rushy.
Peace.
But yeah, so I've shown text messages. Like the people pregame, like yourself. I almost feel sorry for you because you're facing an uphill battle. The people that you say live in food deserts, they got supersized EBT vouchers and cars and shit. They can eat like you can even imagine eating. They can afford to live when they don't like where they live, and they just tell the government, hey, give me a new place to live. You can't do that. You got to scrimp and scrape and save, find a moving truck and shit like that. Like I almost feel sorry for a young man like yourself at 30. But anyway, you have any thoughts? What do you want to say about that video that you showed, or any other thoughts?
Well, it was interesting. The guy was like, what do I think about the niggers? And see, that's the issue that I'm talking about. We all look like niggers because we don't have a separation of class in the black community. Everybody look like a nigga to white people. So you know what I mean? And it's innocent. He was definitely innocent in what he was saying. He really didn't know. it's not a separation of class in the black community, and that's one big problem that we have.
What part of? Did you say what part of the country you live in?
I live in the Houston area, but I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay. What's it like in Houston?
You say that Atlanta is the black Mecca. I disagree.
You disagree?
Houston is the black Mecca.
Okay, all right.
If you ain't got like, if you're a thug in Texas, you're stupid. Texas got a lot of money. If you a thug in Texas, you're stupid. And everybody know you stupid. You know what I mean?
But there are a lot of thugs in Houston. There are a lot of thugs in Houston.
There's a lot of thugs, and they don't make it long because the Mexicans taking up all their jobs.
Let me ask you this question: did you vote for that black ass nigger that was running for mayor in Houston?
No. No. Let me tell you.
What was her name? What was her name? What was her name?
I forgot.
Was that? I know who it is. That was Sheila Jackson. That was
Sheila Jackson.
You didn't vote for her?
Yeah, y'all remember her. Yeah.
You didn't vote for her? Why not? Why didn't you vote for her?
What you mean?
I'm just asking. Let me ask you this question.
When you vote for a black woman, what usually happens?
I don't know, you tell me. Let me ask you this question. Hey, you sound like a fairly intelligent guy. Are you did you take the jab?
Hell no.
My man.
Texas, the mayor here, the governor here, he banned anybody forcing a vaccine on anybody.
You have children?
Yeah, I got two.
Are you teaching your children Spanish?
They mom a stay-at-home mom. She knows Spanish.
Is your girlfriend Spanish?
No, she black.
But she knows Spanish?
Yeah. They had to learn Spanish here in Texas. We had to learn French in Louisiana.
Do you think that your children would be limited if they didn't learn Spanish going forward in America?
No. Well, in Texas, yes. But I don't want my kids working for I don't want my children working for anybody else as they get older.
I'm sorry, but I was laughing at Artie Chico's comment a few minutes ago where he says, "Hope CT clip Afrodamus reaction to the mosquito burgers too," and then he put 4 burger emojis in your chat there, and I got to laughing for the few minutes just from the way he put it, especially putting the burger emojis afterwards. And I was thinking that he was like an undercover Wendy's agent, because remember a few years back, Wendy's used to do all the roast for the fun. I believe they still do, but not as often. I almost felt like we were like getting something from a Wendy's undercover agent, aka Artie Chico.
Let me find that other clip from the district attorney here. Wait a minute, I don't know if I played it all. Let me finish playing that clip here.
And that's on me. Shit. No, I didn't. I don't punch niggas. Don't punch me.
Ma'am,
Take me where you want to take me.
I can't take
No,
you. I don't
take
have any
me.
identification on
And
me.
I don't care. You don't need identification. You have
I
locked
do.
people up, and you have picked up dead bodies when you don't know who bodies it was,
Ma'am.
but you picked them up.
Ma'am,
Take me where you need to take me.
I'm trying to.
No, take me where you need to take me immediately.
Freaking, you ever dealt with a black woman like that?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I remember one time, man, I went and picked this girl up. And, she came and picked me up in her car. She needed me to help her with something. Man, as soon as we got to the gate, it was nighttime. I didn't know this girl. It was the first time I ever met her. And like in person. So, man, I went to the gate. 3 girls just come out of nowhere and beat the shit out of her, man. 3 girls come out of nowhere. I'm like, what the? I'm looking for the dude. I'm looking for the gun. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get the hell up out of here. So I went over. I said, man, don't jump her. The dude hop out the car. He got a gun. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh shit. So I knew the dude with the school with me. He was like, oh yeah, it's you. And well, we cool. Yeah, she was just having sex with somebody's husband. One of the girls' husband.
Hey, in Pierce, you ever dealt with a woman like that?
No, never.
Would you deal with a woman like that?
No, dude, never. Like I would spot that from a mile away, dude. Like that's just. I mean, that's the thing on a. There's no way. There's no way I would deal with that. So I don't have time for that.
She the district attorney.
No, she's a judge. She's a judge.
She a judge. She's talking as if she's not a judge. You arrest somebody that's a dead body. She's not even talking legal. She's not even affirming her position in society. She's just going. You picked up a dead body before without the name. Why you need my name? What?
Well, yeah, I'm assuming, and she's in Fanny's district too. So Fanny will probably drop the charges or just won't charge her.
She's in your profession. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's bad luck, but unfortunately, you're seeing it more and more. I mean, again, it's society in general. Just every field's going to get more because there's more shitty people. But down there, I'm telling you, Atlanta, Fulton County has a really big issue, and the judicial board, I think, has already appointed an investigator to remove her. I think so. She's going to be out of her job, but. Problem is that you won't get charges on her. Fanny, I think there's too much political affiliation there, and I think honestly, just Fannie Willis's personality is very just like I won't charge her just to get back at everyone trying to pick on her because her and I look alike, that kind of thing.
What do you think about being Trump as a lawyer?
What did I think of what? Sorry.
About Ben Crump as a lawyer.
Oh, he's one of a long line of race grifters,
What do you think of him as a lawyer, though? Do you think he's a lawyer?
He doesn't actually do any of his cases. He's not the one. Right? He has other attorneys, like associate attorneys in his firm that he hires. Like a lot of these like real famous guys that are prominent guys. What they do is they use themselves as like a mill. They get a lot of really bright like attorneys out of right out of law school, work for them for like 5-6 years, promise them a lot of connections, everything like that. And then those are really smart young kids out of there, and then they write all their briefs. They argue everything. I mean, if you notice, district attorneys are the same way. An actual district attorney never argues the case. It's the deputy district attorney is the highest one that'll actually try a case.
Now you definitely.
Are you a lawyer?
Hold on. Let's get some dude in here. What do you got to say, some dude? Yeah, Imperius is a lawyer, by the way.
Hey, as far as the living in Houston, Texas, and being around all the Hispanics down there, how do you feel about living next to them? I mean, you're 30 years old. You were Louisiana, I'm sure has Mexicans there, but like with Texas, how do they treat you? Are they disrespectful? What's it like living around them?
I'm gonna say this. I think us as Americans have to bow up and assert our authority a little bit more for us, the culture, because you can go into their places. Like, let's say if you want to go get something to eat, right? and you go get something to eat, they looking at you like you're crazy going into their Mexican restaurant. But they can go to Walmart, which is a white establishment, and shop like normally. Shop normally, you know, and they have no pushback. They don't look at you crazy. You know, a lot of these fancies in Houston, they just found a Mexican house full of dead bodies because they're Satanists. One of these um, um, one of these Mexican cartel groups that practice Satanism, right? The structure of America is changing because new cultures, these cultures are going to dominate the black and white culture, and black and white people we kind of got to get on the same page together and like, hey, we need to assert our dominance a little bit more and get over this race issue that's going on, because both of us is going to get put out. Like, for instance, Indians, right? Indians are flooding into the country, and it's not the whites that's allowing it, it's the people with the hats that's allowing it. So you have these people that outnumber white people globally coming into America, and they're establishing their system, but white men are being treated like black men used to be treated. It's the first time I've ever seen white men being treated like dogs in our society.
Do you have a fear of like for your kids growing up in an America that isn't predominantly white?
No, because I've been living around black people all my life. But
Hey,
I have
hold on. I want to play a clip for you and get kind of your feedback on this. I've played this a couple times, but I don't recognize you or remember you. So maybe you haven't seen this.
Yeah.
This is from a guy that shows up on CT's panel a lot. His name is Master Kim. He's a Korean. And since you said that like a lot of things in America are changing, I want you to listen to this.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share it.
The reason why African American businesses do fail, because when the going gets tough, you know, these people master English, and so many of them do have higher education. They can say, well, screw this. You know, I'm not going to run no beauty supply stores if my customers are treating me like crap and stealing stuff. I'm going to go work for Pepsi. You know, so they do have other options, and I'm going to the reason why.
What do you think about that?
So hold on. He's talking about the Mexican people, or he's talking about black
No,
people?
he goes on to explain that like the reason why like blacks can't own, and he's not only talking about blacks, but he's talking about Americans in general can't own a lot of businesses in their neighborhood is because, and he talks in depth about the Indians in particular, about how they are just very dominant in running businesses, and how they will show up morning, noon, and night running their business. You know, and he talks about how he was going to sell a gas station to a black man, and he talked to the black man. He said, "Hey man, who's going to run this restaurant when you want to go on a family reunion and so on and so forth?" And he basically said, in this new America, like the blacks are going to have to be able to sacrifice and almost live like immigrants and forsake all that college education, going off getting a college education, and focus on like running businesses, things like that, the easy businesses. When I lived in Brooklyn, what most amazed me more than anything, and my girl Kimmy Cake, she comes up on my stream from time to time, was that the blacks would eat their breakfast, lunch, and dinner from the either the Arabs or the Chinese. The lunch or dinner would be the Chinese. They eat fried chicken and shit. Or maybe a sandwich from the bodega from the Arabs. And I always wonder, like, how the hell these blacks can't run these businesses? These people don't even have bulletproof cages. And when Master Kim explained it, and you'd be amazed. Like, I don't know if the people in the panel are familiar. There may be some people in the panel that live in New York or some of these urban inner cities like Chicago. If I were to ask you, what do you think of bodega? Do you know what a bodega is?
Yeah.
Isn't it like a drugstore front?
Well,
it's like a corner. It's like a corner store. Yeah.
Right. It's like a corner store in these ghettos where they sell, let's say if you need one pamper, they'll sell you one pamper. You need one aspirin, they'll sell you one aspirin. You want one beer, they'll sell you one beer. One cigarette, they'll sell you one cigarette. And it ends up becoming like a clearinghouse for like a lot of illicit activities, as well as they're breaking things down to the most minimal level. For people who would probably better understand the dope game parlance, if I were to put it in dope man parlance, it would be like breaking an ounce of any substance down to like nicks. And they're willing to sell nickel bags of everything, cigarettes. And Master Kim talks about this. And so I think that if I were to ask you, and I was surprised, well, I wasn't necessarily surprised, but do you know how much those corner stores bring in a month? If you were to take a wild guess, Master Kim explains this. What do you think an average bodega takes in a month?
Shit, probably about 75 to 150.
80,000 a month.
Okay.
According to Master Kim. And I've heard this individual.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like 80 to 95, something like that.
That's a lot of bread. And when he tells you like how much the profit margins are, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Like 32% is, I think, what Master Kim said.
But yeah, now have you seen? Now let me ask y'all. Have y'all seen what the whites done in Baton Rouge?
Yeah,
But the
didn't they
talking about the trying to separate?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
I think it's great, and that's what we have to do when it comes to because now is the lawyer still on?
Yeah, what's up? What do you need?
Oh, Imperial.
Okay, so basically, if you
it was St. George. Yeah, it was St. George. They went to. I think you were talking about that one, right?
Yeah.
Where the Supreme Court ruled 4-3. Yeah.
I don't think some may be racist. You never know, but I think they just want a separate life for themselves, and they want to establish their culture within that part of the community. And I don't find anything wrong with that. Now, these people have set up. These people
I think a lot of it was the schools. It was the schools what did it. The schools in that St. George region were getting so bad, and the parents were tired of the grades lowering, and then the bad scores, and then like the facilities were getting bad. Bad students were getting violent and stuff, and so they wouldn't improve the schools. So eventually, that part was like, look, we're just going to break away then if you're not going to do anything.
Yeah. Now, if you can establish a trust, through the trust laws, and I think that's the way they did it. They had to do it that way.
Hey, free game. Why don't you look at this text message I have on the screen here? What do you think about this? What do you guys think about this? Let me know. This is a conversation I had with a Georgetown graduate nigga. Nigga got a master's degree. Some dude in Pierce, excuse my language, by the way.
I don't care, dude. It's fine. I had a lot of black friends in college and shit, dude.
All right, hey, let me know if you guys can read that.
Why he text you that?
What do you mean?
He called. There's you texting somebody else, right?
So in the blue is me.
Okay.
in the gray is this Georgetown graduate who
Mhm.
just put his girlfriend in the hospital, fractured her jaw, whooped her ass real good, real good. And so this is one of the conversations I've had. I've had many with him. And I actually tried my best. I thought he was, a dude that had a little promise. So I tried to take him under my wing and all. But he turned out to be very violent and things like that. So look at this text message exchange. What do you think?
There's extreme padding in the grading system.
So he was beating her up.
Who said that? Some dude? Who said that? Some dude? I really want some dude to come up here and give his thoughts. Go ahead.
He was beating the girl up.
Yeah, he was beating.
He whooped her ass real good, real good.
Damn, in your apartment, in your property.
Yeah, if you had seen some of my streams, you would. I showed some of the text messages. Maybe I'll show them here at some
The guy
point.
graduated from Georgetown, bro. He's
I
a
had
Georgetown grad.
Master's degree.
Educated.
Hey, John, if they, as the district or whatever, asked you for these texts or anything yet, or no? Have they contacted you?
Hell no, Imperius.
No, okay.
You could then kill a motherfucker in DC. As long as you don't kill him, no one's gonna be looking into it. But go right ahead.
So he a black guy.
Of course. And so
I told you it's no separation between between the classes in the black community. It's not. The college educated are crazy, and the niggas are crazy. They all. We live in basically a gumbo of black people, and we have to separate. We have to separate from these people.
Look at this. Can you guys read this text message here? Now, this is a Georgetown graduate here. I want you to read what I said to him. Anyone
and you said college. You said school is a scam.
Nigga.
Which if you beat her, whatever you went to college for, it's done. You done. You're not getting a job in that field anymore.
I'm going to tell you what he's about. What he's in the process of becoming. Finish readings. And he responds to me, school is a scam? ? And this is what I talk about when I say that, or even when Pastor Manning talks about how blacks don't understand the way of the world. It's because at this point, everyone has to know school is a scam. I told
it's
this nigga.
Business, John. It's a business that runs
if it's a
very
business,
well.
okay. Well, if it's a business, then it's a business propagated off collecting as much money as you can,
right?
People by selling a product that people may or may not need.
Right.
The product being the education. That's the business.
Yeah.
Right.
And government loans are a big part of it.
Government loans. You can't bankrupt them. That's the business. And all down the pipeline, you got people who maybe teach the niggers, the ones who work in HR, the ones who work in admissions, whatever. But all these people are the ones who are just cogs in the wheel of more or less a scam. They're extracting wealth out of America, the deans, the college presidents. They're building big fancy facilities for the students. And they're charging them for it. They're using that as a justification to charge more and more money for these more of these scams. You know, I've long said if you made the average person, just any person, okay, you want to go to college, you want the federal government to finance it, put the first 1,000 up. College enrollment would drop precipitously. If family members had to put their own money up to finance their own progeny, their own children to go to college, most of them would make rational, honest decisions and say, I'm not paying $1,000 for this nigga to go to college. Get your ass out here and work. But the families are able to more or less wash their hands of their kids and let the government take care of them with refund checks and shit like that. So hell yeah, everybody will go. And the colleges are more than willing to accept anybody because they get the money. And that is what I say is more or less a scam. You can quibble with the
It
word.
is. It is.
You can quibble with the
Well, it's
word.
the student loan scam, is what it really is because you have the government guaranteeing loans to people that should not qualify for the loans.
Right.
And so there's a high risk. These are high risk loans, and they're government backed by tax money. And so the schools have no incentive to lower the prices, but to artificially inflate the prices because they have guaranteed income every year. The government will pay those loans off.
You know, I asked the question of one, and I like one. But I asked one, I said, why should someone who's not blind pay the same interest rate as you to go to law school? Someone hit the like button. Please, everyone hit the like button, by the way. Look, I do this every day from Monday through Friday. I get on, and a lot of times, if the topic doesn't get derailed. But the niggas, they always complain about me on here smoking weed. If you want to do what I do, I give you some advice on how to do it, right? If you ain't scary, you can't be no scary ass nigga, right? And you can't be throwing parties or sleeping with the women. So that shit doesn't work. You can sleep with a lot of other women, but just not the ones that pay you. So if you want to learn some advice about that, 9:30 to 5, you niggas have to wake up early. Put the thinking caps on. Most of these niggas don't get up early. That's why on my panel, like it'll be people like Imperius and Master Kim, and you niggas are really, really missing with Master Kim and Shelly. Right?
Where's some dude's little W's ass at?
Yeah, some dude. You should come on.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask. What's his name?
Angel, are you asking me?
No, the lawyer guy.
Imperius.
Yeah. I don't know his name. I was thinking about going to law school, and I'm like, all that goddamn money to go to law school? Hell no. So this how I got into the legal stuff. I've been doing I've been doing legal research for a while. So I got put on child support. My baby mama, me and her broke up one time, and she attempted to put me on child support. I said, man, I've been taking care of these kids since the day they was born. It's no way nobody's going to disrespect me and put me on child support. And so I learned how to beat child support. I learned how to beat child support, and I learned how to do a lot of different stuff with the law. Just learning how to beat child support. And so with learning that, I met a big group of community that's also beating a lot of different cases like child support and stuff like that, because this is connected to the socialist system that we have. It's child support. That's one of the biggest socialist programs going right now. It basically destroys the home, and it basically destroyed the black community. And so I noticed when these women can't get child support, and they know it's not an option, and they know you're not going to back down from them, they get in line real quick. All that shit they was talking then, all that shit that they was talking about, all the government funding they can get back up from, they fall in line real quick because they learn the world is hard, and you ain't getting no backup money from me.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I don't know. That's the thing. There's no real in family law. It's a little different because it's like it's all equation based. The judge has like different steps that they follow, and it's like a points based system by how they allot things. So it's not like when you probably, like I said, you had more interest, so you probably, you presented that you were a more viable parent than the other party. So I'm glad the child is with you. You know what I mean? Because the kid has a better future.
Well, this the thing. When you go into child support court, it's all about contracts. The law is contract.
Well, yeah, it's contract law because you had a contract with the state interest in the marriage. So
Yeah. Now, when you go to the hospital, when you have do any one of y'all have children?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Okay. So when you go to the hospital, whenever you have children, don't sign that paper that they give you. That paper is just to get you on child support. It's not for you to be on the birth certificate. It's just for child support. So when your baby mom goes to get food stamps or housing or daycare vouchers or whatever, this is directly tied to the social system that we're dealing with in America. So what happens is, off their decision, they want to put you on food stamps. So you can be providing for your child just because the mother say, I want food stamps, they come after you to pay the money back, basically.
Well, yeah, the state doesn't want to pay, so they're going to make you pay. But it's worse than that in a lot of states, dude. You can actually be de facto the father as long as they write your name on the actual birth certificate, and the tolling starts right from that moment. So
Yeah,
you could.
yeah,
So
yeah,
usually it's a year. If you
yeah,
don't object, or if you don't file some kind of petition to the court,
yeah,
you're gonna be de facto the child's father, and you're gonna be on the hook for 18 years. So
yeah. And you can get on there by performance. You know, isn't is a contract where
well, it's
you know.
sufficient performance of a contract, yeah, but
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
little different though. There
Hmm.
are I would be very surprised to see if a judge a judge award the mother continued child support just by adequate performance if like
Okay.
within the tolling time it's found out that he's not the biological father, because then
Yeah,
he can, you know what I mean, because then he's actually the victim of a fraud. So
yeah,
it becomes an unconscionable contract because one party is at a deficit through the contract itself. It's unconscionable to actually enforce that contract.
yeah. So, so what I'm getting to here is one highlight of the black community. A lot of black males, they're going against child support in these family court systems, um, by going back to the old laws, the old common laws, the old courts of equity, chancery courts, and stuff like that. If you know about that, trust law and stuff like that, where they put in their children as what it's
Well,
called.
they're putting them as guarantors. Yeah, they're guarantors of real property and interest and future equity. So
Yeah, yeah. Where they doing that, and they going, and this what these Republicans wanted all along, is going back to a private, basically a private way of living instead of a corporation where we all look, all being like, for instance, affirmative action, right? You with the last week, the girl said said nigger, right? We only date broke niggers, right? Well, she said that the girl that went viral on TikTok. Well, the reason why she's get punished because of that is because we're under the civil rights and not equitable rights,
Hey, free game.
right?
Free game. I don't need to change subject. I don't want to lose people here. Did you keep up with the Drake Kendrick Lamar tete-a-tete there?
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I have mixed feelings about it
What are
because it's inner nuances that I think white people can agree with Kendrick on, and where most black people would. Okay, so this Kendrick Lamar is basically coming from a saying that he's a Hebrew Israelite, right? You know what that is?
Yeah.
And the Hebrew Israelite, the ancient Africans basically say that they are the original Hebrew Israelites or the original Jewish people, right? So with Drake being a European Jew, Kendrick Lamar, basically with them running the industry, he's saying that Drake is just being handed a lot of his accomplishment through his connection through that community.
Imperious, I know you probably are like your eyes are probably glossed over about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Are you even familiar with this at all?
Yeah, I mean, I know who Drake is. I think I've heard of Kendrick Lamar. I think in the past, you know what I mean. I'm not like I used to be more into like rap and hip hop and R&B more back when I was in high school or college. You know what I mean? When I would go out and actually like, go clubbing or go to the bars and stuff like that. But as I've kind of gotten older, I kind of just more into laid back stuff.
Have you heard the song "Not Like Us"?
No, I've not.
So basically, Kendrick Lamar is making this distinction between. Honestly, he's making a bigger statement than what people making it seem to be. He's making a separation between the so-called European Jews and the Black Israelites. I don't take to that identity as well. But he's making a lineage distinction between the two. Meaning, like, okay, yeah, y'all said y'all was this, but y'all basically Europeans. You know what I mean?
People in the chat, who do you side with? Drake, I guess that would be one, and then Kendrick Lamar would be two. Let us know who you side with if you like this song. What is it? Not Like Us. But it sounds to me like he's basically making a distinction between his race and Drake. Is that fair to say, Free Game?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
So the Kendrick Lamar guy is saying Drake's not black, pretty much, and stuff. Is that what's kind of going on?
Yeah,
no, he's not saying that.
I mean insinuating that he's not part of like the true, like the black community kind of thing. You're not taking the right side.
Yeah.
Let me play you. What is the guy's name that gave Drake the big deal? What's his name? It's not Clive, but it's someone in the chat.
Wayne?
No. The big Jewish man. I can't. I said the Jewish man. They gave Lil Wayne a big deal. But let me share this with you. This was at the I get at the like pre Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Now it's not Lil Wayne. It's a white man that gave him the $500 million deal. He's the one that a lot of the rappers are mad at because they feel like Drake is being favored over them and being given showered with like lucrative rap deals. But anyway, let me show you guys, I guess, the prelude to this Not Like Us. Take a look at this. Rewind. Hold on.
John, what the hell happened to rap videos, dude? They used to have hot chicks. Now they're all fucking whales, dude. What's going on here?
That's one of the things I guess you couldn't notice. That is for sure. Someone said Leor Cohen. I think that is correct. Leor Cohen. I think you're definitely right about that. Leor Cohen. So anyway, I think that is really the root of what the issue is. And
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. What are you about to say?
Another issue is that the Jewish people have caused a lot of confusion with white people as well. for instance, or around the whole slavery thing. It's a lot of confusion around that still. Like, I go back into the records and I see my grandparents, a lot of them wasn't slaves. So, but going back to that guy that was in Germany that I can't say, but he said that there's a lot of propaganda that comes with these people, and a lot of stuff is not true. So I think a lot of times black people and white people are mad at each other for some stuff that may happen on a smaller scale than what we think, because a lot of my ancestors wasn't slaves.
Take a look at this headline here. Take a look at this headline here. Slim Thug calls for exclusive black ownership of black music. What is exclusive black ownership, and what is black music? And I think honestly, this is the basically the predicate of all of it. Is that Drake is talented. Maybe niggas go ghostwrite his lyrics. It really doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
He's very successful. He's very talented. I think that the blacks who haven't been able to achieve his level of success in music, they don't like that he has sidled up with his golden cow. And Drake is a golden cow. And you let me see if I can find an article where he talks about look at this here. Leo Cohen becomes owner of Def Jam. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know he owned Def Jam. Look, this is not monetized. If you want to come in on the small hats, feel free to jump in. You can. Look at this. I think this is what it's really all about. But it's 2018. I want to get to a more recent article. Because I read an article recently about how blacks were complaining about how Drake really, signed a really big deal. And how they felt like Leo Cohen, maybe it's not Leo Cohen, but it was someone. They come in at $500 million. Let's see. It is really amazing that he's been able to sign these level of to be able. Lucius Grange is the name. That's great. I'll give you guys a backstory. I probably shouldn't even tell this story. But I will. Fuck it. Who cares? I went to college at Black College, and I was my first roommate in college was this guy, the brother to this guy, to this woman. I'm sorry. My first roommate in college. And you'll see, like, she was involved in the whole Puffy scandal. Oh, damn, you can't see that. Let me share that. The niggas are going to be horny on this motherfucker when I show the picture. Let me share the picture. Share the profile. Okay. My first roommate in college was the brother to this woman here. And if you've been following the Puffy scandal, you'll know that she was involved in some of the freak right?
Wow, she's pretty hot though, dude. She's pretty good looking.
Hey man, the Ethiopians are all hot women. That is for sure.
Man, they bad. They look good, but they are bad. They're horrible in bed.
I know about that.
The ones in Ethiopia, at least.
But anyway, you know what's so interesting is that as I kind of like think about these things, again, I was roommates with this girl's brother. But if I talk to him about this shit right now, if I even mention it to him, he get mad as hell. She was involved in the freak offs and shit with Puffy. Like, look, freak offs.
Yeah, dude, I've heard some pretty intense shit went on there, dude. But I mean, I mean, I don't want to. I'm gonna be TOS, but I heard they bust in some objectionably aged people there. So I don't know, man. It's pretty. I mean, and I'm not just talking like in cars. I'm talking they had like a bus full of like, yeah. So I don't know, dude. Sounds very. I mean, again, this is all. We have nothing's been proved yet. I'm just saying these are some of the descriptions though by neighbors of what went on and stuff like that. So
Someone says, John, you need a rum on laughing my ass off. Be careful what you say about small hats. I'm talking about niggas right now.
I've actually had quite a great time on your stream so far. I'm not leaving as of yet, but my service did kick me off for a quick moment, so that's why I was gone for a few minutes. But I'll still be up here for as long as I'm still good. Because I don't feel tired as of yet, but I've had a great time, and I didn't mean to make you flabbergasted pre-game, but I'm glad an hour ago.
What you say? You was breaking up at the end.
I'm glad you got joy out of that moment from an hour ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. He caught me off guard with that one.
I know Rashu left, and I like Rashu. And,
I like him too.
He's a guy that's able to get around. But I was you know how people always criticize people with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
You probably familiar with that, right? And so I was one day I just Googled like I'm gonna do a stream on like how to do a hood credit check. So in many of these inner cities, they've hidden their eviction records, their felonies, and all that kind of shit. So there are a lot of naive blacks who don't want to admit the true state of blackness, but they want to be able to handle business or whatever. And they've often wondered, like, how the hell do you not do credit checks? So I'm going to walk you through kind of a preview of a stream that I'm going to do maybe tomorrow. I can't think if it's tomorrow. I had this schedule. And so people say, well, how do you do credit checks, John? And I'm going to show you, like, you've already seen the niggas that. Do I need to show that video? Maybe I should. Now I won't show it. But let me go here. Is how do you do a hood credit? This is a hood credit check. Can everyone see the screen? Can everyone see the screen right here? This is how you do it. If anyone look, this shit is free. I'm not even charging for it.
Oh my god!
Someone who did Jay Booker's is terrestrial head.
John, do you think it's silly to have dreadlocks after a certain age?
Well, what I would say to you is,
it's like white people having spiked hair after a certain age, dude. Come on.
Hey, let me get back on camera. Here's what I'm going to say to you, and this is very true. Like for the blacks that talk about separating themselves, like the Rashus of the world. Rashu very well, I like him. He's a nice guy. But these guys are really tarnishing the image of dreadlocks. And so if you have dreadlocks, like you're going to be painted with the same brush that these people. Again, like this is why I've been able to go 20-something years, no credit checks. These niggas cancel themselves out. Let me go back to the screen again. All right, let's make sure. Are you guys able to see the screen here? Oh no, you're not.
No, not yet.
Let's go.
There you go. Yeah.
All of these niggas live somewhere. That's correct. Everybody would agree. Say, yep, they all live somewhere before they were arrested. and we're living in the county jail. That they live with somebody, with a baby mama. Maybe they had their own place. Some of these niggas might have been working. So when you ask me, people say, well, how do you do a hood credit check, Mr. Galt? Well, would you hire this nigga? It's going to take a long time for him to heal them wounds off his face. So if he show up looking like this, of course you're going to say no. How about this nigga here with these plaits on his head? Well, he ain't disciplined enough to replat this shit on his head. How about this black ass nigga? You gonna rent to this nigga? Anybody say yes or no? Put one in the chat. You rent to one.
John.
Man, listen. What you say? What you say?
If we live,
Okay,
if we
all right.
live
Well,
in cardboard boxes,
you go self the coast queen, nigga. Up. Hey, let's go through it. Hey, can anyone? Hey, listen. I'm gonna go back to the chat in a minute. Point to the nigga. Did you feel like you be comfortable renting to? This the first. I'm gonna go by the first level. First level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a number in the chat on this first row. Which one of these
If we had to, like, are we asking if we had
no,
to?
you ain't got to. I'm just saying, like, if they show up and say, hey, I got my money in hand, Mr. Galt, which one you rent to? 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one of these niggas you rent to?
Probably 2.
Number 2, why?
He looks the least drugged out of all of them. The other ones have that fucking faraway stare in their eye, dude. Like they're doped out of their mind, dude. That one just looks,
Hey, any of you niggas that want to say all those blacks, hey, which one you pick on the second row? Niggas, chime in. Which one of these niggas like on the second row?
the light skinned nigga look like he just beat up his baby mama or something. He might got a job.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Light
The one
skinned cat.
at the end on the first row.
The second one.
Oh, okay, yeah. See see, you niggas already know how to do. See, this is one thing I've always said. Black people know, but they live a life of pretending. Have you ever heard of? I know I'm all off the subject, and we're gonna get back to these black ass, criminal looking dreadlock ass niggas. Have you ever heard of David Mamet? You ever heard of him in Pierce?
No, I haven't. Dave, God, it sounds familiar, but I don't know. I can't say I know him.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see if I can find. Well, I'm gonna pull up a quote from him. Give me 1 second. But while I pull up the quote from him, y'all look at the second row of them niggers. And you tell me which one. Put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one of the second row of niggas will rent to?
He don't fuck with renting to these niggas at all.
Man, hey, I do. But I gotta wade through all this trash. You know what? I try to explain to people. Look how much trash I have to wade through. Look at all these people. All these blacks I keep trying to take and live somewhere. Right. Anybody chime? I'm not looking at the chat just this second. Go ahead.
I mean, much like how the black folks want to say that white people are the only ones that do school shootings, but regardless of the majority of it, I could say the same thing about black folks are the only ones with dreadlocks when they get arrested, because that kind of like seems to be the kind of thing that a lot of these like arrested black folks are wearing is a bunch of dreadlocks.
John, do you remember? Do you remember like 10 years ago when white girls would do their hair in dreadlocks, John?
Was it Bo Derek or something?
No. I mean, this was like happening like 10, 15 years ago in the 2000s, dude. Like white girls were like putting their hair in dreadlocks. It was really odd, man.
Was that like? Look, let me share something with you. It's something that I read years ago about liberalism. Let me expand the screen so you can definitely see it. Are you able to see this, right? Let me see. This is a great website, by the way. If you guys want to read, like, say, the Trayvon hoax, you can go to this website.
Sharing highlight groups of.
Oh, this is about like using the language of control, right? Like control language. Yeah, yeah.
So David Mamet is a famous playwright. Put the one in the chat if you guys have ever heard of David Mamet. And he's a liberal. He was a liberal. And he turned, let's just say, conservative for all intents and purposes. And he says, in order to continue to advancing their illogical arguments, modern liberals have to pretend not to know things. And I think that is very true. In my experience in living here in DC, you see the crime and the violence. I remember the Navy Yard shooting. Does anyone remember the Navy Yard shooting?
Oh yeah, is that the guy where he drove through the barrier and went to the Navy Yard and started or is that the one where he snuck the gun into the building?
I think he snuck the gun in the building.
It's the one where he had the shotgun that he like snuck in 2 pieces on his legs, right? I think I remember that one.
And I remember living here in DC at the time when the shooting happened. And they were interviewing people that worked with that nigger after he shot up the place. And they would not mention his race. They would mention everything else about him. His hat that he had on, the blue jeans he had on, the jacket he had on, the color of the damn gun. But they would not mention his race. And that was kind of like one of the things I found fascinating about liberalism. Is they have to act like they don't know things. And that was a very vivid example for me along my journey in life, is to see these people ignore the most important characteristic of who the shooter was.
Well, Mamet, he said in his writings, if I remember, I mean, I've read parts of him, if I remember correctly, he said you can use language to control reality. So it's the same thing that liberals have always done. It's dialectical. It's what in 1984. I mean, it's the same thing that Orwell said. When you control what people say, you control what people think, and when you control what people think, you control what people do.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the like white people, the difference between a white mass shooting and a black mass shooting. White people go out on an agenda, like, to mass shoot, right? Which is the same thing as my homeboy, Lil Ray, going to do a drive-by with grandma, with grandma in the house, with the 3-year-old baby, with your sisters that's pregnant with her 10th child, all the kids in the house. That's still a mass shooting. Black people do, like, for instance, in my city, in Louisiana, we had these random guys, because a guy killed one of the other guy's homeboys. They shot up the 4th of July event that goes down every year. That's a mass shooting. They went
No, you're right. Yeah, you're 100%.
That's
again, I see people.
Huh?
Go ahead, John. No, I was saying, like, it's. Go ahead, John. Sorry, there's a lag. Okay. No, I was going to say there's a reason, though, that there's certain interests behind you. Okay, the media makes the biggest deals out of the things that you're least going to encounter, but also have the least control over. That's why a plane crash will get all the news, because it's something that we innately fear because we have no control over when we fly in a plane. But it's also very, very rare to happen. And so the media picks up on picks up on when human beings feel the most helpless, and that's what they feed off of, because those are the irrational fears. That's why you'll have people afraid of weird stuff, but they're terrified of it. That's why you can get populations completely paranoid. And look at what happened a couple of years ago. You can get populations really scared over things that they don't feel they have control over. Like, that's why if one person dies in, getting shot on the street, it's a tragedy. But if 1,000 soldiers are blown up in a tank, it's just a number.
Yeah.
Hey, Pierce, and Pierce and Free Game, and the people in the comments here. Let's go with the first row that's showing here. Do you see anyone that you would rent to?
Probably the second dude again, or the first dude. Maybe the first dude. I don't know. He looks kind of like a stoner or something, so maybe he's not violent.
These niggas are it.
Anybody else? Anyone in the chat? Show me a nigga. Put a nigga 1, 2, 3. You got 1 through 6. Put the number for the nigga you rent to. Free Game. Which nigga you want? Or you gonna pass? You did puff or pass, nigga. You passing?
I'm gone, bro. You
passing? Okay. How about that second row? Pierce. Which one of them niggas you like?
No, that row I'll pass on. They all look bad on that one. That's what I was like. I'll take the easier one on the top row, but the second one, I'm out, dude. That one's no way, dude. Especially the third guy, dude. The third guy looks like, dude, he's like out of it, man. Look at that guy.
Which third? Hey, you guys said row 2, third guy, or row 1?
Oh, row 2, third guy with the gray all around him, dude. He just looks like his eyes are fucking closed, dude.
Wait, because I might be like that. I might rent to that nigga right there. You talking about this one right here?
No. Down.
Oh, this nigga right? You nigga.
No. To the right. No, to the right, dude. That guy right there, dude. His fucking eyes are just closed, dude.
Man. Whoa. Like, you know what the problem is? We're gonna go down another road.
Holding them like I don't think white people understand. Holding those type of people accountable would get you into a fucking fight.
You be killed, man. You be killed.
Like saying, hey, bro, you need to change. What you mean?
No, you just gotta throw those people in like the stocks or something, dude. You know what I mean? Or do like public lashings or something. That'll get them.
Somebody says top right. Are you talking about? Wait, which one are you talking about? The nigga right here, the one right here with the black guy. Is that the one talking about? Is that the one top right? Trophy. Is it this one right here you talking about? Right.
I think the guy next to him looks like the worst one. The guy fucking looks pissed, dude. Look at him.
He's definitely
killed somebody, dude.
Hey, hold on. And she said, "Yep." Trope said, "Yep." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one looks the worst?
The nigga with the blue background.
The 5, dude.
No, you gotta call out a number. Which one looks the worst to you?
Whew.
Which one?
The first one.
What about you, Imperial? Which one looks?
Dude, the 5th one with the black shirt, dude, where he's looking up all pissed. The one next to that guy, dude, number 5, dude, it's pissed as hell, man.
Angel, which one looks worse to you? Angel's not here. Someone in the chat says number 6.
I'm still here. Which one of those mugshots look worse?
Yeah, they're not all mugshots, Angel, but go ahead.
I know, I like how he assumes they're all mugshots.
Well, that's what it made me think, because you do know some police stations don't have like a clear background, more kind of like the gray background looked like it'd be a wall within a police station. That's why I said mugshot. But I know a lot of these people are not wearing the orange suit like some of them are in these pictures. So that's what made me think that they were all mugshots. Like the one in the dude with the
Angel, it's
local
okay.
news.
It was just funny, dude. It was just a funny
I
assumption.
know,
That's
I
all.
know.
Somebody said
But
number
in
one.
terms of like which one is the worst, that would be a hard thing to try to choose. It's like telling me which cereal I dislike the most. Like they're all hideous in their own form of way in terms of those guys on the pictures that you're showing. Like the one to the middle on the left of me, he looks like his hair is goddamn made out of crunchy Cheetos. And the one at the very bottom, the second to last guy, looks like he has spaghetti for goddamn hair.
All right.
Boy, it's funny as hell to hear white people talk about black.
Angel ain't white, bro.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Angel's got like all the woke excuse. He's Indian. He can talk about anybody, dude. He gets to say anything about anyone. Even the LG HDTV can't say anything to him.
I'm black. I can say something about they Dorito eating asses.
Hey, let me ask you this question. We're gonna do one more roll to these niggas, then we're gonna roll to the women. Is that okay?
Oh, dude, the women are the scarier ones, dude. Sometimes, man.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Can y'all see this right here? We got hold on. We got 5 niggas at the top. And we got 6 niggas at the bottom.
I'm sorry. But I may have to get off and save my power on my battery of my phone until I can charge it again. And you may ask, well, can't you charge it? The power literally just ran out or went out in my entire neighborhood. I looked outside my window, and it looks like everyone on my entire block, and not just me, have lost their power as of right now. So I may have to get off.
Go in and rate the niggas you rent to before your power drops. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the top row, and you got 6 at the bottom row. Pick the ones that you rent to, Angel.
I'd say 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 10, 11, and 4.
Wait, Angel, this is number 6 right here. You rent to him?
Well, the one that I said that his hair looked like crunchy goddamn Cheetos.
Is that him? That's number 5, Angel.
Well, I think you need to scroll back up, but like I said, my power just went out in the entire neighborhood of mine, so I'm gonna have to get off to
say. Everybody else in the chat. Can anyone put in for the first row 1 through 5?
I'll see you all later. It was a great time, but unfortunately, till I can get my power back on, I'm gonna have to do what I can to save. And it's not just me; it's the entire neighborhood. You guys take care.
We'll see you later.
Have a good one.
Hey, 1 through 5, guys. What you got?
None of these ones. These ones are way too angry looking, dude. These are the violent ones.
They're the ones that'll shoot your ass.
Hey, okay. Well, which ones look the worst? 1 through 5.
Shit.
I think 2. 2's the worst on the front because I mean he's short, so like he's got more to have to impress people with, so he's more risky. You know, I think number 2 because he's only like 5'6". It looks like 5'7".
You know, all right. So you said 2 Imperials, and which one you said free game?
Oh, the first row. Yeah, the first row. The first one.
Yeah, that first one. I want to rent them. Which one is he? Is he the worst one in your mind, Imperials?
The second one. I think the second one. I think the dude in the, he's taking the mugshot number 2 right there, right next to the one you guys were talking about. I think
Hey,
he's got,
Not the
hey,
second
that
one.
number 3. That
no,
number 3 right
the
there.
orange shirt one. The orange shirt one.
That number 3 right there. He can't make heads or tails. He coming and going. Right? Like seriously. Like if I had to pick any of these, I'd probably pick number 5.
Yeah, because he's the youngest. You can beat the shit out of him if you have to.
Hold on for 1 minute.
John, I've heard CT say this many times on his show. Do you kind of go by that same rule? They're like the darker ones. You find them more violent, and you wouldn't rent to them less often. Is that a rule you go by, John?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, everyone on here should at least send CT a super chat. Send him a cash app for sure, because the man gets up, he works hard, he allowed us to come over here. Send him a cash app for sure. You guys should know his cash app address. So do that. I think he'll appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. I talk to him every now and then. I think he'll really, really appreciate it. So if you can do that, I think that'll be great. You
would get a good show for him if he brought his wife on one time, just to hear her opinions on what he says. I would love to hear what she thinks about what he says.
Man, you know what's interesting? I've talked to a few people about CT. They say, man, what does his wife think about it? And you know what's interesting, Imperius? And I can't speak for CT, but I can speak for myself. Let me take these damn niggas. I'm tired of looking at these niggas on the screen. I'm in a similar situation as CT. I would probably say I'm in a much more extreme situation than CT. It's because I deal with niggas every day. CT, we go home and maybe he don't live around blacks, and he don't bring the criticism home that I do. Does that make sense, Imperius?
Yeah, I mean you're living, amongst the subject matter. He's kind of, he turns it off at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. You can, I've long said that like the only people that really understand Black America and how destructive they are the police, the social workers, the teachers, and the landlord. No one really knows them like the landlord because out of their homes. They can dress up, put a suit on these monkeys, but when they come back home, that's what I see. And I think, it's a very different perspective than anyone else gets to see, like I'm saying, like we're going through judging these blacks. Do you think anyone makes a living judging blacks? Credit scores are not even an option here. You gotta have intuition. You gotta be able to look at these niggas forming patterns. I'm a software developer. I can see a pattern from a mile away. And so you form patterns, you can see who ain't gonna be able to pay your rent. Because you have to forecast. What if this nigga loses his job? Is he gonna go get another one? Does he even have the willingness to go get another one? And can he go get another one? And so that's what I wanted to share with you. Like one of the things let me share the screen. Like when you look, this has been my business. And on my channel, I more or less talk about business and things like that. It gets a little, not as ruckus as CT show, but, I try to formulate some types of solutions because, hey, I'm a living, walking solution. The niggas talk about me smoking weed every day, but again, they never ask themselves the question, how does the weed never run out? They never think about that. They're simple-minded people. They never think about it. Damn, unless he growing this shit, how does it never run out? Well, anyway.
Yeah, John don't need to go out and rob people for his next fix, dude.
I'm here with you for free. Right? Give me the game for free. But anyway, so I have to make decisions on people. No, very few people will live their life having to make decisions about people like this. This second row, which ones would you rent to?
Maybe number 5 on the second row, right?
Hell no.
I mean, maybe, but if I had to pick the other one, I mean, the first guy looks like, dude, I don't know, dude. But he looks maybe like the least violent. I don't know.
Look. Me and John, we know number 5 he's the least responsible out of the group. I can guarantee you.
You think so? I feel like number
No,
6 is just like the guy that just. I feel like number 6, the dude at the end is just like he's just looking to fuck somebody up, dude.
Number 6, like you're not gonna be the reason with him. Period.
Yeah, he looks like what the fuck? You better rent to me, I'll kill you. You know what I mean?
Number 4, he look like he a little gone. You may not be the reason with him.
Hell no.
I'm gonna say the best one out of the bunch.
The first one.
Number 1 and number 2. Those are the best ones out of the bunch.
Number 2 got a kid. He got some kids.
Yeah, he got kids. He got child
Yeah,
support.
he looks a little older. You know what I mean? More maybe settled down, not as like crazy, you know.
Me and John know these niggas. We know them.
We're gonna go to the women in a minute, but we're gonna do 2 more rows of men. Ooh, this is a good bunch here.
Hey, John, is it bad to say that I can't see 2 on the top row? I can't make them out.
What you mean 3 or 2?
On the first row, number 1 and number 3, I can't make their faces out, dude. They're too dark, dude. I'm sorry.
You mean number 1 and number 3? Okay.
Yeah, on the first row.
If I gotta lighten these niggas up, can I lighten these niggas up? How do you do that? Can you lighten these niggas? Should I zoom in for you up here? You want to see the?
Yeah. I gotta see him.
Okay, so look. Okay, so if you can't see the nigga face, I guess you ain't taking him. How about that? So, all right, which ones y'all pick on here?
Neither one. Not one of them.
On the first row.
Neither one.
Anybody?
You might.
Yeah, first row looks all pretty bad, dude. I think number 2 looks the worst, dude. The lighter one looks the worst, dude. Look at him, dude.
All right, which one looked the worst to you?
I think number 2, man. I think he looks just problems, man.
Look,
I'm
gonna tell you this. If I had to guess which one the worst, I'm going with that little black ass nigga number 1. Let's see what he did. Rob. Maybe he ain't the worst shit, because these niggas out here killing.
That's what I said. Look at number 2, dude. Look at the red shirt one, dude. He looks pretty bad, dude. The one in red shirt.
I think I lost my place. Which one number 2? What was 2? Oh,
the red shirt.
Yeah, I think the number got out of order a little bit.
Yeah, he's 3 now in the middle. That guy, yeah. Click on him. He looks the worst to me, dude. He looks pissed, dude. He looks so fucking pissed.
This light skin nigga ain't nothing. Hey, Pierce.
I was hearing everyone was saying the other day the light skin ones are the most crazy.
Imperial, stop. These niggas did hit and run. These niggas out here killing me. Look, he shot his daddy. Look, Imperial. Look, read this. See, Imperial, you really don't know niggas. And we, you
don't. We know the look on these niggas' faces.
Look at that nigga right there, Imperial. Oh, look at that nigga. Oh, so you probably can't even fathom that a nigga would shoot his daddy more time. Could you fathom that, Imperial?
No, I can't. I'm getting educated right now.
Look, we usually associate shooting parents with the white folk, but if a nigga shoot his parents, you can, boy, you better not trust that nigga save your life.
Hey, Priest, you want to take a wager as to why he shot his daddy?
Probably like told him he can't have something. Probably was trying to rob him or wouldn't give him something.
Daddy
been asking
No. Hold on. It's a grown nigga now. He named after your dad. Shot the nigga multiple times with the intention to kill. He a grown nigga. Let's see how old he is. I'm willing to bet you that nigga daddy might have got into a conflict with his mama or some bullshit like that. But we find out. What y'all want to wager? What you think, Imperius?
I think he was trying to get money from him or something. He wouldn't give him money or some shit. I don't know.
Yep. Your daddy been asking help pay that goddamn light bill for 3 months.
All right, let's see. Oh shit, this down by my neck of the wood. Nigga shot his daddy in the face, shoulder, and leg. Nigga probably turned around trying to run. Damn, they did not promote him for the shooting. Ain't that about a bitch? All right. So we're gonna find another nigga where they reporting on these niggas. Which one y'all want? Which one? I think this nigga is more powerful. I
want the first one. I want to see what the first one did, dude. He looks fucking dude. The first guy.
This is the one that shot his dad. Yeah.
Oh, he shot his dad. Okay. He's the worst one, I think, probably.
This one, he's the worst. I guarantee. Let's see.
You think that one's worse? Let's see.
Damn, he did a robbery. Okay.
He was robbery, like we said. Yeah, like robbery. Yeah.
Run. Let's see. Florida, Okaloosa, or this one.
Oh, Jesus, that's over near me, too.
Hey, which one was the worst?
I think the red one was, but that was me.
Now, I'm talking about, we like playing a trivia game or a game show. We only have 2 doors left. You got the dark nigga door or the light-skinned nigga door.
I gotta be the racial one. I gotta go the dark one. He's probably worse.
What about you, free game?
I'm gonna go with the last one.
Light-skinned niggas in the chat, and they not coming. Let's see what they gonna say. I'm going with light-skinned nigga too, but Florida has some wild niggas. So since
dude, they're crazy sometimes, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Let's see what he did.
Hold on, nigga. Is that Roger and Rondo at the last one?
Rayshon Rondo.
He didn't really do nothing. Look, you see what he did? He ain't do shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I would have heard about that if he would have murdered somebody. That would have been a big old news around these parts, dude.
He killed somebody. This nigga here, I'm gonna go out on a limb right now.
Yeah, he killed someone probably. That's what I thought.
Yep, there you go.
Damn.
Man, see, you don't know niggas as well as you thought you did. See, this is how I made my living. You haven't, I guess. I knew this nigga killed somebody. I knew this nigga killed somebody. Look how black and like Imperius gave you the lead. You can't even see the black ass nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga born in 24, bro.
That nigga know he going to jail for life.
bro, listen to this shit. Listen to this. That nigga shot a baby in the sleep.
Damn.
Jesus. We got another George Floyd here, man. Shotgun to the stomach.
Man, I told you I could pick these niggas out. And door number 1, door number 2. Man, that is amazing right there. This nigga killed a baby, bro. Damn.
This nigga tripping.
1 year old, middle of the night. This nigga killed a baby. That is kind of amazing, you know. Let me see what we got coming here. Tropes. The more melon, the more felon.
Hey, you seen the black dude that shot his own son? Cause he was in the head 2 times because he was trying to protect the mom from him beating her ass.
Yeah, I saw that video, dude.
That shit crazy, man.
Well, dude, I saw another one the other day of some guy. He's like 19 years old. And he's screwing with his Glock and dancing with it, and he blows himself away live on freaking TikTok, dude.
I saw it. Hey, I think this is gonna be easier for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 1 through 10.
I gotta go with number 4, dude. Number 4 looks like the green. You know, he's probably not as angry. He's wearing a tie-dye shirt. You know, he's got to have some kind of hippie in him.
You got floor guard. Nigga, that's a jail uniform, probably.
I know, just fucking with you. No, dude, okay, if I had to do that, honestly, like I said earlier, I think, like you said earlier, number 2 would probably be out of that row. That dude, yeah, probably that one.
I'm gonna go with the first one.
And nigga, that cockeyed. You know, man, hey, do people now see what I'm talking about when I say, man, it's like, it's hard picking out here, the landlord. I got to filter through all this trash. Again, all these niggas live somewhere. None of these niggas are homeless. They all live.
You gotta deal with these niggas on a daily.
Look, someone said number 10. Number 10, look at this motherfucker. That's the way you rent to number 10. Why? Because he's slow. You feel like you ain't being manipulated. You know who I'm
Hey, John, how do you even get them to pay, dude? Do some of them just tell you to fuck off or what?
Man, listen. Years ago, I had this dude, and I've told partial of it, I'm gonna tell a little bit more of it now. Big old black nigga, man. Big black. I mean, like a former boxer. No lie. And so I spent my cousin. My cousin was up here from Alabama, and I said, man, go up there and get the rent from that nigga. That big nigga went answered. They told my cousin, get the fuck away from here. I said, oh shit. Now I got to deal with it. My cousin, he was scary nigga. You know, he can't deal with no big old black ass niggas like I can't.
Big old fucking offensive lineman or what?
Nigga B, man. I told the story, man. You know, this is what's so sad about it, which is why I keep coming back to the point that blacks are destroying themselves. And I can't remember what house I was in, but they're all very close. And so I remember walking from one house to the next to show this nigga a room that he eventually ended up renting. And so when I showed the nigga the room, as we walking there, he was like, yo, like, I really appreciate you being willing to rent to me because not many people rent to a big black nigga like me. So he understood the circumstances in life. And as I said, this is the same person that I sent my cousin up. I said, yo, it's time to go get the rent. Go get the rent from that nigga. This is when I used to rent month to month. This big black nigga bucked on my cousin, which means I had to get involved. I said, wait a minute now. I remember what the nigga told me. And he ain't gonna pull this shit with me. My cousin, he might scare that nigga off, but this is my house. And shit, we go down to the end of this shit. Nigga, I got more to lose than you. So you gonna pay or get the fuck out. One of the two. So I eventually got that nigga out, and we talk. I think maybe I've talked about it on CT stream. One of these days I'm gonna talk about it on my stream. But you do have to be able to deal with these niggas, but they're dumb. Let me show you these niggas. Right? They're dumb.
I'm gonna ask you this: How do you deal with people that's like professional squatters, like they know the laws and everything? Like,
yeah, those are the brutal ones, dude. Because you can just extend. That's what I was asking him. You can, for 6 to 7 months, you can just extend it, dude, without paying rent, and you'll never get a judgment back from them if they don't pay for 7 months. Or how are you gonna collect from them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, you know, I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I don't know if you ever been in my stream free game, but Pierce, you probably heard me talk before. I've never had to go to court for an eviction ever. Maybe other people have too, but you know, I know a lot of people that do. I had a guy on CT stream.
That's crazy, man. That's really lucky, dude.
Yeah. Because I know some people that you wouldn't be able to get out.
Wait. Hey, stop these motherfuckers right now. What? Lucky? You think I've been lucky for 20 years?
No, I mean, I don't mean lucky as in, I mean, you know, you've handled your shit. But what I mean is, like, it's lucky that you've been able to do that without, like, you know, having some real bad shit. Because I'm assuming if you're, like, pushing back on the...
I have had.
I mean, I'm assuming you haven't been shot or something, you know.
Look, he know how to find a. He know how to find a.
Hold on. I'm gonna get to something that I really want to share with you. I read a lot. You know, I mean, I watch a lot of TV, so I missed out on Star Trek and all. But have you ever heard of decision fatigue?
Yeah.
What about you, Free Game? You ever heard of a decision fatigue?
No.
So, one of the things I read about, and I read a lot, was decision fatigue. And hold on, I'm sending someone my email address here, John.
That was Duke, right? That did that.
I
I think
remember.
Duke.
I'm gonna
I think
look
Dr. Duke came up with that. I think.
And so, for the people in the chat that aren't familiar with decision fatigue, it's John Galt presents at gmail.com. Let me make sure that's right. But yeah, John Galt presents. That is correct. Anyway, so there's a thing called decision fatigue, and maybe I'll pull up the article shortly. But it talks about how grocery stores position their stores. And if you guys are familiar with decision fatigue in the chat, say yes. I won't go too deep into the topic, but if not, I think it'll be very interesting for you to hear about this. But Imperius, are you familiar with decision fatigue as it relates to like grocery stores?
Yeah, it has to do with how they like market and place items, right?
Right.
And like where they place them and everything, and like end caps compared to like front facing of the store, and where like the locations are for traffic and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what I remember.
That's great. So if you walk into a grocery store, the first thing you're going to see in almost every grocery store are fruits and vegetables. You walk straight down the perimeter of the grocery store. Niggas may not know what a perimeter is, but perimeter is like the edge of a store. You're going to see the fruits and vegetables, the deli aisle. You may walk straight down, see the butcher or the bakery, butcher or the seafood aisle. You walk straight around the perimeter, you're going to see fresh meat, stuff like that. Keep going, you're going to see milk and stuff like that. Then if you make a left, once you get to the end of the aisle, you're going to see yogurt, eggs, shit like that. And if you make another left, you're going to probably walk past the prescription counter, something like that. And you'll be on your way to the counter. And then once you get to the counter, you're going to find shit like Snicker bars, a little cooler with a single sodas, stuff like that. And so what the grocery stores are factoring in, focusing on is the poor people. By the time they go up and down the aisles, because the more affluent people do not shop up and down the aisles of grocery stores, the poor people do. And by the time they go up and down the aisles making decisions on this, that, how much does this cost? They have such decision fatigue that when they get to the counter, the child is begging for a Snicker bar, a candy bar, whatever the hell, Skittles, and they just throw it in the bag. And those are what the most high margin products are, right there at the counter. And that is the business of the grocery stores for the people that don't understand the business of grocery stores. And that is the decision fatigue. So you ask me how do I apply that to my life? Well, the blacks have to make a lot of decisions. And sooner or later, all those decision making are going to work in my favor. They're just going to punch themselves out. And you have to really understand these things. But I think it's playing me well. That's why I've never had to go to court dealing with a black, maybe once, but not like an eviction court. For the people that may be out here fact checking. But I think that's when you read and you understand things and how people work, all the kind of credit checks and just dealing with people, it becomes much more natural. Anyway, Imperious, free game. You want to jump in here?
Well, no, I forgot the theory, but there's also a political theory that's very similar to that, and it's what we're going through right now, where a society and a citizenry is attacked, and the culture is attacked from so many different angles that the society doesn't know where to direct its attention and becomes like numb almost to all the attacks from different angles. Like that's why you'll see culturally, economically, through entertainment, through media, through schools, through every different angles of society, monetarily, make everything more expensive for you. It attacks so much that your brain becomes, and the human psyche becomes so overloaded that it's inevitable that the brain will just make bad decisions, bad decisions and have weaker quality of decisions as it goes on. And so it'll go fatigue of being able to resist the attacks on different angles, and it'll just eventually overload the defenses of the mind.
Hey, Imperious, you want to read this definition here?
Yeah, sure. What is decision fatigue? According to registered psychotherapist Nacha Duke, MARP, decision fatigue is a phenomenon as opposed to a diagnosable medical condition where the more decisions a person makes over the course of a day, the more physically, mentally, and emotionally depleted they become.
That's correct. And that is what I have used in my life and my business. Make a nigga make a lot of decisions and he'll deplete himself. It's like getting punch drunk. You ever seen like a boxer just let someone just keep punching at him, and sooner or later the punches are like powerless, and then he just knocks.
Yeah, the rope-a-dope, man, rope-a-dope.
That's correct. And I think that for the people that don't read, they really do themselves a disservice. Oftentimes they watch TV shows, maybe a TV of the book that they should have read. But if you read more, you'll come up on things like this. I never would have encountered decision fatigue if I just been sitting around watching TV. And it's been one of my criticisms of poor people, is they watch too much TV, the gewgaws of life, the trinkets of life.
Well, you know how I know this? I mean, dude, taking the bar or taking the LSAT or taking, big finals and stuff, you feel more tired after doing that than you do freaking any athletic competition that I've done, dude. I'm telling you, your mental fatigue, it will put you down just as much as lifting or running a marathon or competing, in a champion. It will put you down, dude. Like, it is so over. Like, dude, the California bar, when I took it, was 3 days, man.
Yo, hold on, Pierce. The California bar is a very serious bar.
Yeah, 3 days, man.
Right, like that's the toughest bar. If I'm not mistaken.
Kind of, yeah. It depends, but yeah, one of the tougher ones.
What's tougher in California?
Louisiana is really weird. Louisiana has weird law.
Yeah,
it's just it's statutory law, so it's just a lot different. They're in parishes. It's a lot more European in their system.
Louisiana we still go off. I'm from Louisiana, so we still go off the French laws and stuff like that. Which is, once you can get in Louisiana because it's statutes. Now I'm under the illusion that human statutes are so trickled down from the constitutional laws that they can be easy to beat. If they're not directly complementary to the Constitution.
And Pierce, now that you've mentioned all these bars, and I think in Pierce, you really get a bad rep. Would you say that's fair? I know you say you're playing a role, but would you say it's fair?
No, I don't think I get a bad rep. I don't think so. I think I have just as many supporters as protractors. It's a mix. So like, hey, dude, in life, dude, if you get a 50-50 with everyone you meet, dude, and 50 like you, 50 don't, you're lucky, bro.
Let me ask you this question, Imperius. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Did you pass the California bar the first go?
Yeah, it was one of the 48% that passed.
It's pretty impressive, Imperius.
Nah, dude, it's not impressive, dude. You better pass it with the amount of fucking money. Like I said, you're talking money earlier, dude. I was down 135,000 by the time I was out of law school and stuff.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong that Hillary Clinton didn't even pass the bar? Was Illinois?
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean how good of an attorney. There's great attorneys who didn't pass. I think there's Supreme Court justices that didn't pass on the first time. So senators didn't pass on the first time. It really, again, some people dude. Some people you just get frazzled, and it's just like sometimes an athlete like freezes, dude. It can happen, man. You know, it does.
Do you think? Okay, I'm friend. You know, I appreciate you playing down because you could have said, "Hey, man." The people that can't pass on the first time are bullshit. So I appreciate you saying.
Hey, you pay a big penalty. You can't work for a year. So
let me ask you this: is the bar? Because California is supposed to be doing away with the bar.
Yeah, good luck with that. If California does that, they're done, dude.
Okay, is the bar more of a argument? Because the bar isn't. It's no real license to practice law. But the bar is for representation, somebody representing you in court. Is the bar a organization or it's just a license to say I can represent you in the court or both?
No, it's a licensure. It's both. It's regulated. You know, that's why you have your ethics and God, what did they forget? It's late now. I forgot. It's pretty much your ethics codes and stuff. You have special responsibilities and duties. It's just like a doctor has special responsibilities and duties. Like they're supposed to not do any unnecessary, surgery. They're supposed to be open and honest with their patients. Same thing. There's requirements that are regulated. And that's why they can remove your license and then you can't practice. So
yeah.
Let me answer this question from Tropes, and I'm going to answer. I'll say yes and no. And so here's what I say. And I'm going to say you're using Airbnb as a generic short-term type traveler, and I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. In a capital city like DC, where it's very, very expensive. So I imagine New York is very similar. But definitely on the East Coast. I can't speak about the West Coast. You have a lot of people that are what they call like functional homeless. So what does that mean? It means they work. They have a little money. They're not like in the homeless shelter. But they may be living couch surfing, living on their mama's sofa, their cousin's sofa, girlfriend, slinging dick, woman to woman. But in many cases, the ones that are doing a little bit better for themselves, and I can show you text messages, and maybe I will. They rent Airbnbs or hotels. So you see them oftentimes. And matter of fact, I have so many people that will bounce around from one place to another with me. So when you ask me the question, is Airbnb a different crowd? I would say partially. But what I will say is that the rules are radically different for short-term stays versus long-term stays. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. I had a guy, maybe I'll look his text message up, but he'd overstayed his stay. He's a repeat booker of mine. And the dumb nigga called the police on his own. I ain't call the police. I don't call the police unless I just absolutely have to. And so the police came and I showed them the reservation when it should have aimed it, so on and so forth. And they're like, you gotta go. And I think the more and more I think about it, That is going to be the protection for the big businesses who can arrange subscription-based housing. That's the last frontier. Subscription-based housing. I've been a software developer for a long time. One of the most profitable business models in almost every one of you niggas out here.
Apps, subscription apps.
Subscription. It's the most profitable. Sign up now. $20 today or $25 per month.
That's why gym memberships are almost impossible without like written declarations from you. You can't call on the phone and just say, "Hey, I want to cancel." They'll force you to write them an actual notarized letter or something. I've heard.
I want to get back into COVID, since we don't have not many restrictions here. How about that? I want to show you guys an article that I read like at the beginning of COVID. This might blow your mind. You ready for this, Imperius? You ready for this free game?
Do it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. What was I sharing first? Because I may want to finish my thought on that. But anyway, all right. Let's present it. All right. This might blow you guys' mind here. For the people who is still in the chat, definitely Imperius here. Let's take a look. Can you see the website here?
VMware, I think it is. Is that what it is?
Do you know what VMware is?
I have no idea, sir.
So before we go too far, I'll explain to you VMware. VM stands for virtual machine. So if you say, "Hey, I want to run some software on a computer, not on my own computer," you can rent a virtual machine. They'll partition you some space there, like hardware, software, whatever, and you have a virtual machine out in space. Does that make sense?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So it's like you're controlling another computer from your computer or something, right?
Mm-hmm. But this company.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get out, man. Nice talking to y'all. I'll subscribe to your channel.
Yeah, subscribe, my man. Hit the like button, by the way.
Oh, okay, man.
Come on every morning, 9:30. I think you'll find the discussion very interesting.
Imperius, man. Whenever you get a chance, what type of law you practice out there?
I do like contracts.
Okay. Let me ask you this: do you know anything about suretyship?
Yeah, sureties and annuities. I know some, yeah.
Like, suretyship getting out of contracts.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit, but I don't know if I'm licensed in your state.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need a little bit of help understanding it more. Suretyship, like, it's kind of like weird to explain, but the Indians are good at it because they use it in their country a lot. But yeah, I was just actually to see. But yeah,
like, are you having trouble with like the third party issue on it, or what? Like the default of the third party, or?
Yeah, what I with my student loan, I'm gonna probably go the suretyship route, and it's a very strategic way to get out of contracts.
Well, it's not getting it. It's passing the immediate kind of how would you say performance bond. There's different kind of bonds for the surety. You have like to the different obligation. Like if you have the debtor, there's an obligation to the creditor and the surety, to the reimbursement to the surety. So you have like the performance bond and you have like the judicial bond or a fidelity bond. You know what I mean? The principal party has the fidelity bond. So, I mean, it really just depends. I'm sure John doesn't want to hear this right now, but anyways, I mean, it is a complicated, trust me, it is complicated. Like, especially if you're dealing with I don't even know. I mean, I've paid mine off, but are yours federal backed or are they
Yeah,
private? Because if they're federal backed, I don't know if you can do surety with federal backed loans.
yeah. I'm gonna see. Do
All
you
right.
know any? Do you know any literature I can read up on it?
Hey, put it in the back chat, free game and
Uh,
Imperius. If you have anything, it definitely reach out to you for sure. Hey, this is one of the things I really wanted to free game. Don't hit off yet. I think you might find this interesting, particularly
okay.
since you're not like jabbed or anything. Early on in the pandemic, I saw this, and I want you guys to let me know if you see it. Let me see if I can. I think it's maximized. So I want to see if I can scroll up to the date. Well, the article will give you some context to the date. Blah blah blah. This is not it. Let's see down here. Here's the meat. Are you able to see this? I don't want anyone to think I'm lying or anything like this. Can anyone see this?
Yeah, I see it. No, dude. Yeah. This is. Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me.
This is all. You want me to read it? In September 2019, Moderna CEO Stephanie Bancel, I think that's a Bancel, Stefan Bancel, made his annual visit to the U.S. National Institutes of Health (NIH) and met with Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the NIH's National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases. Moderna had been working with the NIH on a few viruses that were global threats, such as Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome (MERS), COV.
All right, now listen to this. I'm gonna find the. Here, I'm gonna read this. This is the next sentence after what Imperius just read. Bancel proposed a test to demonstrate how quickly and efficiently Moderna could develop a vaccine for a virus in the event of a future pandemic. Now, I want you to look at this. This is September 2019. Now, when was the pandemic?
Oh, dude, if you really want to get into this, I mean, I'm not. This is interesting, but
We're gonna cover this article, and then we
okay. Well, yeah, dude, they set this thing up for a long time.
Now, I want you to read this right here. Bancel proposed a test to develop, well, in case I read this already, he suggested that the NIH could send Moderna a sequence of an unidentified virus and start the clock. I told Dr. Fauci we could develop a vaccine in less than 60 days. As of November 2019, November. When was the pandemic again? When was the pandemic? Give me the date.
I mean, I think it was like March of 20, right?
Yep, March of 20.
2020. As of November 19, 2019, it was our plan to move forward with the test in the new year, which was in 2020. In early January 2020, the plan changed. Bancel, man, hey, hold on. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys like? I wish Stanley was here. I wish Stanley was here, so I could read this to him because he's an avowed follower of Fauci, or whoever told him to believe the science, follow the science. And I want you to listen. I'm about to show it again for you. It should for the. Is there anyone in this panel in the chat that's vaxxed? Say yes. If not, say no. I'm really curious to know. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just really curious to know. So if you're vaxxed, say yes. If not, say no. All right, so let's go back to the article here. Imperius, what do you think about Trope says no? March 11th was the start of 2 weeks. Okay. Does everyone know what he's talking about here in the start of the 2 weeks? That's the slow the curve. That was we need 2 weeks to slow the curve. So now, if you go back to this article here, they were long past the 2 weeks. Well, they were long before the 2 weeks. In early January 2020, which probably was at 2 months before we need 15 days to slow the curve. The plan changed. Bansell read about a new virus emerging in China and quickly emailed NIH. Within a few days, the genetic sequence of the virus was available online. Instead of running a test, Moderna now facing urgent real-world challenge to develop a vaccine that might potentially save millions of lives. As soon as the sequence was posted, which means online, the Moderna team went to work using software that's not professional. Our team designed a vaccine in 2 days. 2 days. They didn't have a sample of the virus. As he said, we had a sequence. What did he say there? There's a sequence was available online. Instead of running a test, they face an urgent real-world challenge to develop a vaccine that might potentially save millions of lives. As soon as the sequence was posted, they went to work, the Moderna team, and using software, they designed the vaccine in 2 days. Niggers in the chat, people in the chat, if you've ever heard this before, if you've ever heard it, I want you to put a yeah, I've heard this before. If you never read or heard that before, I want you to say, no, I never heard that before. Trump said, no, I never heard that before.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty. It's even bigger than that too, because there are government wires now that they've uncovered, where they've talked about, the risks of these things and stuff too, and how easy doing what they're doing could result in a large outbreak, and they know that too.
I mean, from a lawyer standpoint, this is like breaking so many damn laws. Like,
Yeah, at this level, it's kind of governmental immunity. You're gonna get sovereign immunity on that because you're doing a national security kind of. They're just gonna claim national security. I mean, you're not even gonna get there's so many levels before you even get to, is it illegal? You got to first have a Department of Justice that would even charge them for this. And the reason they won't charge them is because this is all done under like military advisement. This is all done for national security reasons. So no matter what Fauci ever does or has done, he will not be punished for what he was involved, because this is all national security related. Gene sequencing, it's all national security issues.
I mean, how could you do things like this? Like it's very disheartening that people can do things like this and make decisions for other people that they're not even educated about.
Welcome to the brave new world, my friend. That's all I gotta tell you. That's all I can do.
They don't even know what.
All I can tell you, my friend. All I can tell you, my friend. And I understand you're a young man. That's why I'm glad you stayed up here. Welcome to the brave new world, my friend. I want you to continue reading this, and we'll go back to the discussion in a minute. But
what have I told you? What have I told you that 25,000 people in America decide the election?
I can believe
I could point you to 12 to 15 counties in this country to decide every election.
Check this out right here. So, are you able to see that? If not, I'll read it for you. Let me see if I can zoom in. Listen to this. Let's see. Where do I want to? I need to scroll up a little bit. I want you guys to really read this. Are you able to read this right here? If you're able to read it in the chat, say yes. Or just put a Y. That's cool. Within 42 days, the vaccine was ready, and the company could begin the rigorous clinical trials that all experimental vaccines are required to undergo. 42 days.
But you got to also remember, John. All of the real funny thing is all of these tests and all of everything only started after they got immunity to do these.
Yeah.
So you got to remember that too. So, anyways, I gotta hop off for the night, but I'll check it out tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Imperius.
Later.
I'm gonna end it probably on this free game. Feel free to chime in. Did you know any of this free game?
I knew that Fauci, he admitted that he really didn't know what the hell he was doing, but I didn't know it was to this level where they was posting. I don't know what they posted. The sequence. Is that the sequence like what's in the vaccine or what?
No, the sequence of the virus. You know what they're talking about. Let me read first.
Hold on. The sequence of the virus. If they knew the sequence of the virus, they should have knew the cure, right?
Well, he said he found the sequence online. Let me show that you. And that is how they came up with the vaccine, which is the cure. So based
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me show it to you again.
Okay.
All right. I want you to read it. Let me make sure. Read this here.
I can't see it. I'm on my phone. I can't see it real.
All right, I'll read it for you. I'm reading it word for word. And this is early January 2020, before the pandemic started. Within a few days, the genetic sequence of the virus was available online. Instead of running a test, now Moderna now facing urgent real-world challenge to develop a vaccine that might potentially save millions of lives. So they found the sequence to the virus. You need the sequence of the virus to create the virus.
Hold on. Okay. What you're saying here is they had the virus online, the DNA, the sequence of the virus.
Right.
Who posted it?
Okay, it's a good question. I'm going to read to you verbatim from the article. Right? You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Let me read to you verbatim from the article. Where is it? Damn, you're gonna make me look it up. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell you who posted it. In early January 2020, that's before the pandemic, Bancel read about a new virus emerging. Wait a minute, hold on. Bancel read about a new virus emerging in China and quickly emailed NIH. Within a few days, the sequence of the virus was available online. So basically, someone in China posted it online, posted sequence of the virus online. Look, here it is right here. In early January 2020, the genetic sequence of the virus was available online. Well, I just read that. They designed the vaccine in 2 days. I thought he said a scientist. But anyways, it was posted online in China, according to Ansel.
By who? A scientist?
A Chinese
they
scientist.
don't know.
A Chinese scientist.
So the number one country that's against us, you getting your research from?
Well, that's where they got their research from to come up with the vaccine, according to Ansel.
That's like a tenant that owes you rent that don't want to get out. Go down the street alone. It's like he's telling you how to rent your house out, knowing he's going to tell you the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, this is it's very interesting. Had you ever
How
heard
do
of
they
it?
know it was the scientist?
Well,
They don't know.
That's what they told you, right? But had you ever heard of this before?
No.
It's very interesting. Very interesting.
This is it's really disturbing, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the vaccine is based upon something that may or may not be even true.
I've said all along, I don't think it's real. I don't think it ever existed. I don't think the virus ever existed.
It couldn't.
I don't know if you've ever listened to my channel. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Let me see if I have it here. I may not have it. Let's see. I want to know what you think about this. Oh yeah, this is good. I want to play this. Oh yeah, this is really good. I want you to hear this, free game. This is me on the Ben Thorpe channel here.
All these people who study it,
They use and we're talking about the we're talking
one
about
of the things we landed on the moon is not only like confused by like an evil person. And I was like, I don't know whether we landed on the moon. It doesn't really like make a difference in my life, but I assume we did. In retrospect, all your biology teachers.
So pollen. Hey, this has been 30 years ago. People are holding me. They use PCR and RNA.
All these people who study it are fully whether a virus is a thing.
Well, in order for you to catch a true virus, you have to be injected with it.
Hold
You
on,
can't breathe it in.
Where am I at here? This. Right outside like a bar.
Dude, there was like a
yeah. I want you to listen to this. But yeah, I think a lot of it was manufactured. Yeah. Let me get to this. I don't think it existed.
I got it. It was
kind of build on what the frame DNA, if I'm not mistaken. I've been a little drinking, so don't quote me on that. And so
I believe RNA can create DNA, but DNA can't create RNA.
That's correct, right? And so from there, you have somewhat of a novel approach. But if you read that Moderna, the Moderna and the VMware, and if you have somewhat of a software background, what you would read there is what he's talking about is creating, and I'll put it in layman's terms for you. If you have a cell phone, which many of you do, oftentimes you plug in your phone and say, hey, it's now time for an update. And he was talking about the RNA platform. It's like people who are familiar with software, like a framework where they could add on, say, a new
just
vaccine
all
for
this
cancer, right? Well, that's kind of how he talks about it, and that he looked at the someone thought TV said Trump John dropping bombs. Yes, yeah, it's true. But he talks about it almost like a software platform, in that you kind of build on what the framework that's already there. So it is kind of interesting, but I won't drag on.
I found the whole idea of everything interesting, all the way down to how they built the entire. Did you watch any of the documentaries on how they built the actual COVID virus itself, the actual virus, how they built it?
The virus? No. I honestly, I don't even think there's a virus.
Look, dude, I know this much. There was something going on because it was taking motherfuckers out. Okay, there was something definitely going on.
Hold on. I hear that so often.
But he's like, but was it really taking people out? Because all we had was.
Hold on. I was in New York. I was in Brooklyn at the time, and if you give me like 1 minute, I'll try to weave it all together. You can kill a lot of people by protocol.
John, they want to know what you're drinking. Beer?
Miller Lite, yeah.
Miller Lite, okay.
No, you drink that nasty ass piss water.
It's cheap, man. It's a recession out here. But you can kill a lot of people by protocol. You don't even have to put your hands on them. You just kill them by protocol. And one of the protocols to treat COVID was what?
Ventilators.
Intubate them.
Ventilators is a very sophisticated technique. It was very profitable for hospitals. So what did they do? They started shifting around staff. Hey, you're an orthopedic surgeon. Hey, no one's coming in. Why don't you learn how to vent someone? And we got some work for you. Otherwise, there's nothing for you to do. So now you got an orthopedic surgeon who's ventilating people.
Well, they said that a lot of people died because of the ventilators that were put on.
That's right. A lot of people who probably shouldn't have even been on ventilators.
Yeah, they went over that. They said it was the wrong move. They've already retracted that already. But they're already dead.
But John, did you feel like you got COVID at one point?
I don't think it existed.
I got it. It was like 3 days. Well, I got something that it hit every symptom. The joint that's strong. It wasn't that bad, but I felt like you'd have to say that I psychologically made that. I've had the flu before. It wasn't anything like it. It was.
But again, Ben, you know what I
joint that's extreme.
You know, what do you think about that? Before we end the stream, what do you think about it?
Okay, so when I was in school, I went to school for biology.
Me too, by the way.
I remember some of it. I don't remember most of it, but because it's been over 6 years I've been in school. But you can go down, you can go to the ground, right? Like 10 feet underneath your house, it's viruses under there. You can get a piece of dirt. All type of viruses is in the dirt. All type of viruses. About 10 feet down, a lot of 10 to 20 feet down, all type of viruses down there. I think they ramped up the flu and slapped some little extra on it and spread it around.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think it was a flu. We're forcing people to stay at home, and they added drug addiction, alcohol addiction. I was living in New York at the time, and it was most amazing. The city chained up every basketball goal in the city overnight. And I said, damn. Like, that's really amazing. And when I say chain them up, I'm talking about somebody had a ladder, went up to the rim, and put chain nets in there where the niggas couldn't cut. So even if you decided to shoot basketball, it wouldn't go down the hoop. Nigga, you know the level of coordination that take for a government that can't even fucking pick up the trash on time to pull that off? Shit.
Overnight.
Overnight in New York City, bro. You know how many basketball courts there are in New York City? You know how many tennis courts they chained up? You know what I mean? Overnight, bro. Overnight. Anyone in the chat that lives in New York, tell me
really
know I ain't lying about that.
You know, people your age, around your age, I can only assume you in your 50s, right?
I'm 49.
49. Well, yeah, 49. Right. You know, your generation, y'all live most of your life without cell phones. You know, half of your life without cell phones. You know, got a good 20 years without cell phones. And my generation and beneath it, that COVID really hit them hard, you know. Far as you know, black women are they have social issues. That's why they have attitudes when you talk to them. It got worse. And people you really see, you know, I had one of my friends, my one of my best friends, his girl, her mental health got so bad during that time. My homeboy, he was a truck driver too. You know, he took care of his child, and he was a real good dude, man. Golden Glove boxer, never had a fight with anybody outside the ring. Nicest person you can meet. She killed my boy, man.
During COVID?
Yep.
Why?
Man, girl just went crazy, man. She just went crazy. Like,
how did she kill him?
Man, she just waited till my boy got out in the shower after he got out of work and just killed him, man.
Why did she kill him?
We don't know.
Why do you think she killed him?
Man, I think that girl was just she just stayed in the house and she took that shot. It's just like she just got evil.
You think the vax made her evil? That sounds weird.
Man, it's just after that shot and after the COVID, after her being in the house, she lost her job.
And so she killed a nigga.
She just killed him, man.
How'd she kill a nigga?
She shot him.
As he got out of the shower?
Like getting into the shower.
So he was naked and everything.
Yep. And
what did she do when she shot him?
Bro, she just sat there in the bed, bro, and let my boy was just bleeding out. She called my mom. My mom is a 911 operator. And she was like, yeah, he was just hitting on me. Mom, he never hit her. And
how do you know he didn't hit her?
Because like the neighbor said she had called the police when he wasn't even there at home.
But that don't mean he didn't hit her.
Well,
how you know he didn't hit her? I'm not taking up for her. I'm just wondering how you know he didn't hit her.
It was I really don't. I wouldn't know either. But I know after she got that vaccine and she lost her job and like she been in the house for like months worried about, I'm gonna get COVID. She just went crazy.
She was worried about catching COVID. How old was she?
Like 24, 25 or something.
And how old was he?
He was 27.
Damn, and he was a boxer?
Well, no, he was a boxer growing up. Like, I'm telling you, man, this guy was the nicest guy you can meet. Never, like, dude, you never see him upset. Never. Like, good, bro. I know so many people that got on drugs that and mostly women.
Did
my baby mom's sister, man, after COVID, man, she just was hit them pills so hard, man. It just,
what pills did she hit?
Man, them street drugs, man. them little fake Xanax and shit like that.
When you saw George Floyd died, when he died, did you think about like your family members that or people that you know that like overdose on like street drugs?
Man, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something about that jab. Man, it's this guy. His name was he worked with me. And we told him, man, don't get that vaccine, man, don't get it. And he was always in good. He was an older guy, but he was always in good shape. Always like low body fat, right? He went in there, got in the truck. Man, we found him dead in that truck as soon as he got that vaccine. Wasn't even 2 days later. Found him dead in the truck. Signed his paperwork, did everything. Another white guy, same thing happened to him. He was 25. Soon as he got back from work, he got home, dead.
Why didn't you take it?
Why? I don't trust you. I won't take the regular vaccine, let alone
Most of
that
your family members take it.
Man, my mom, she took it. And she just started having random surgeries and you know, her heart is horrible now. And that was like 2 years ago.
You're not like a vaccine conspiracist, are you?
No. Nope.
Did this change the way you feel about your government?
Man, I'm gonna keep it because I've been dealing with medical issues within my family for a long time. I've been not trusting the government when it comes to health. When it comes to health, at least.
It's been interesting talk, man. You have to come over to my channel, and well, you're at my channel now, but you have to subscribe.
Yeah, I subscribe.
Every morning I try to have like some business topics, and I think it would be very beneficial for a young man like yourself. You're making your way through the world, so you might find it beneficial. And what's interesting for you. Did you hear the clip I played from Master Kim? You probably heard that, right?
No.
All right, let me play it for you. Because I think for a young man like yourself, although it may sound, pessimistic, I think you have to look on the bright side of things and figure out a way to make a solution for that. And he talks about it. And for you, you may have a solution. I think he's speaking in generalities here, but let me share the screen with you. Give me 1 second. And after we watch this video, I guess I'll have your last thoughts here. Yeah, this is it. I think this is a very good clip. Take a look, and I want to hear your opinion of it.
There's a reason why African American businesses do fail, because when the going gets tough, these people master English, and so many of them do have higher education. They can say, well, screw this. I'm not going to run no beauty supply stores if my customers are treating me like crap and stealing stuff. I'm going to go work for Pepsi. So they do have other options. And I'm going to solve the reason.
I thought it was a pretty interesting clip from Master Kim. What did you think?
What group of people he talking about?
Well, he's Korean.
Yeah.
You know how the Koreans own most of the beauty salon stores and stuff like that in the black neighborhoods.
And he's talking about black people hiring Koreans?
No, he's saying how the black people have a hard time is because they can't adapt like the migrant or the immigrant community to run stores and things like that in their own community.
Well, that's what I've been thinking, and it's been on my mind for a couple months now. How come we can't set up a goddamn gas station in our own neighborhood?
You know, what's interesting that you mentioned that is on one of the shows on my channel. Let me see if I can share. I'm going to share the screen with you. And I would suggest you take a look at this. I would suggest you take a listen to the podcast. Maybe, matter of fact, let me see if I can find a clip from that podcast. I think that you might find very interesting as a young man. Let me see if I can find it. Are you able to see my screen? Oh no, you can't. All right,
No.
So on my screen, right on my channel, Master Kim comes on a lot. And he gives quite a bit of business advice and just like I think like just regular advice to people. You know, he's in the gas station bodega business. And he talks about so many things. I think you can listen to some of these, and he talks about why the black man can't own those type of businesses, or why he can't run them profitably, which means he can't own it in the long term. Anyway, it's pretty interesting. If you take a look at my channel, they're very short clips, a minute and a half at most, and you hear what he has to say, a man in the business. So I think you find it interesting. But yo, we're gonna end it. Well, not end it here, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity to have your last words. What do you have to say? I'm glad you came up for game. But go ahead.
You don't have a video of the guy saying it? What
Yeah.
is
Let me see.
long?
No, it's not long. Again, it's all these. Let me see. All right, I'll play one. Let me see. Let's see. I'll play this one. Let me see if this is the one. Here, I'll play this one. Yeah, Master Kim, did you hear the chat, the stream on CT channel where I talked about what the black man should do, and primarily I said you just got to stop chasing women and focus on yourself.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that is a very important comment, but it gets lost in the gloss, if you will. That is a very the minute men can put a lid on it, doesn't matter what color you are on, and then try to let me make myself successful. And then once I'm just like from Scarface. Unfortunately, it's a line from Scarface. Let me get the money, then I get the. I mean, it is absolutely true, absolutely true. Versus chasing, because keep in mind, why would you want to appear to be a rock star just for Friday night? Because then when you run out of money, and what are you going to do for the second act? But if you blow all your money and whatnot, so yeah, I mean, that's I think it's absolutely it's destroying communities.
Yeah, there's one more I wanted to share with you, but we're getting late. You come over to my channel anytime in the morning. We discuss anything you want to talk about. But yeah, it's damn, it's 3:00. I can't
It's
believe it.
look, you up late, you banging. But
Man, I stay up late and I wake up early. How about that?
let me get my last thoughts on that.
Sure, you go right ahead. Yeah.
me and my woman, we were just talking about how promiscuity affects women, and we was talking about how some women get STDs from being promiscuous. And I'm like, yeah, it just looks different between the man and the woman. You might look at the STD as bad, but at least it'll stop you from having sex like you're a crazy person. Like at least you have some level of precaution now. But with men, we don't talk about, like me, how promiscuity at our younger ages stop us from being better providers when we older ages. And now we wishing that we would have saved that damn time we would have had, because it's affecting my past decision making is affecting my children and me to provide for my children, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. You know, as a landlord, I see so much of that. You know, for sure. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this video to kind of end the chat here. This is some guys, and one of them has like 3 or 4 children. I want you to take a look at this, and we'll end it. We're in the stream with this.
On your floor.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't with these niggas sitting right here smoking that, smoking that weed. There can't be no piss. Johnny, ain't no way in the world that is piss and shit on the floor, and these niggas right here smoke weed. I don't believe it.
No, not at all.
Let's see. Let's see. Damn! Damn!
Don't step.
Damn! As you can see, those black men was sitting there with shit and piss 10 feet away from them. And they were just content with smoking weed and just doing nothing idle in the middle of the day.
Man, I would have put that goddamn hose on like them white people used to do.
I was like, hey, pre-game, you sound like a man, and like, you know, you in the South, right?
Yeah.
Were you in Mississippi? Oh no, Texas.
No, I'm from Louisiana.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in Texas right now though.
Anyway, man, I'm going to end this stream for tonight. You have to log on in the morning. I think I'm a pretty good topic. I think I'm gonna follow up with it'll probably be somewhat of a rerun for you. I was gonna do like a hood credit score tomorrow. How do you do a hood credit score when these cities are banning eviction records and things like that, criminal records? What do you do? It's we've gone through the pictures, but I'm going to show you some more things. If you're into real estate, I think it'll be very important for you to understand the cultural cues.
These niggas won't even pee in the toilet.
Well,
man, I have to deal with that type of stuff, man.
Hey, I have to tell you a story about how they ended up there another day. But join my stream. We'll talk more about it in the morning if you have time.
What time you go live?
Usually like 9:30. No later, typically.
That's
Eastern.
Okay, all right. Have a good one.
Yeah, same to you. All right. Anyway, hey guys, I'm glad. We have about 13 people left over still in the chat. It's 3 a.m., so it's not so bad. Anyway, for the people who still here that haven't hit the like button, please do. For the ones that haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it. I think if you come over in the morning, you know, for the people that are awake that time in the morning, 9:30 or so, you come over. I think it'll be you'll find a very insightful commentary. Master Kim usually stops in, and he's classic for dropping jewels of wisdom there. And so anyway, again, I thank you all for coming over from CT's site, from CT stream, and talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.